recording?
I'm recording
I'm
as
ready.
well. Why are the both of us from the South all of a sudden?
Well, we could have a shrimp podcast, a shrimp hunter, shrimp capture, shrimp rider,
They,
shrimp outlander.
they eat a lot of shrimp down south is what you're saying?
Uh-huh. The shrimp drone. Okay.
Shields up iron. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So we always start and we have to like, okay, put it together, here we go.
I just put my game face on, so good to go every time.
Oh, you kill me, man.
All right, I'm bringing us in. Shields up, Iron Breakers, and welcome back to it. You okay? The best part is you didn't even make an audio noise. I'm just looking at the camera. You're just cracking up.
It's like one of those things when you do it twice. It just okay. Now
It's
oh my god. Yeah, bring us in.
It's
you
the
should
shrimp.
just include all this. I mean,
you ever seen Forrest
Okay.
Gump?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Didn't he sell the shrimp?
Yeah, you're gonna bring us in even though we've already departed.
Yeah. And he just runs off the boat screaming,
Dan.
Lieutenant Dan! All right.
Wow, Lieutenant Dan!
Lieutenant Dan! Jumps off the boat. Okay.
You killed that monster? No, I captured it. Lieutenant Dan! I can't believe you.
I'll bring us in for
Okay,
real, though.
let's-
Game face. Shields up, Iron Breakers, and welcome to another edition of the Third Fleet Podcast. I'm here with Gaijin Hunter. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very good.
You still laughing? Still haven't made it out of the
Yeah.
intro sequence? That's good.
You're keeping all that, right?
Of course I'm keeping all that. People have to see
Okay, good.
that.
So otherwise, people are like, "What's up with Gaijin? Is he high or something? Why is he laughing?" Or no, we're being silly.
It's always fun being
Doing
silly.
good. It's hot summer's over. Fall's here. Even though you ask anybody in Japan, they're like, "Oh my god, it's the winter. It's so cold." I'm like, "Come on, man. I'm from Cleveland. This is autumn. It's nice.
Okay.
18 degrees. It's beautiful."
It started raining here finally, and it's been raining. It's very strange the way it's been raining here usually, because usually we'd have like, okay, it's a rainy day. It's going to rain like either the whole afternoon or the whole morning or something like that. Now we're getting like half-hour rains. So it's like rains really hard for half an hour, then it stops. It's like somebody's just opening and closing the faucet, and it's just really, really weird. I'm not used to this type of weather. It's strange. I don't know.
Yeah, because you guys are right there by the water, so I
Yeah.
imagine weather changes fast over there in Portugal, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, very, very fast. It's like one day I'm going out on a T-shirt and everything still feels fine. And then the next day I go out on a T-shirt and I'm like, no, this is too cold. Then I put on like a sweat and then I go outside and it's like, it's still too cold. What the hell? Dude, it's like literally one day apart. It's like, oh, okay. That's strange. Fine.
Yeah.
But
How about you, man? How you been doing?
I've been pretty busy this weekend. I went...
Still overworking yourself?
No, not really overworking this time around. I went to a Kill Team tournament, which was a 2-day event, which really took it out of me because it's very, very exhausting. So if you want to imagine what
Did you kill someone, or
I mean,
what is Kill Team?
if you want to imagine Kill Team, think about it like it's a game of chess, except my parts are different from your parts, and there's like 50 different parts of chess, and all of them move differently and have different
I'm very
rules.
lost.
It's miniature gaming.
You went to
It's
a place to play
Warhammer.
board games for 2 days?
Yes.
Oh, okay, Warhammer. There you go.
It's Warhammer.
There we go.
I took my salvagers, and this, by the way, is statistically
Grandmaster Khan was there.
yeah, this is statistically one of the weakest teams in the whole game. But they're dwarves, and I like dwarves.
Yeah,
So I took my dwarves to a Kill Team tournament, and on day one, I made it to top cut. So that meant that on the next day, I would have to basically duke it out with the best players in the tournament. And it was.
But you got in with the big boys.
Oh yeah, I got in with the big boys, and here's the thing. So I just told you I play one of the weakest teams, which is Earthkin Salvagers. And for my first game, they put me up against Deathwatch, which is currently either number 1 or number
Meta,
2
or?
meta teams of the game. And it still came
Did
close.
you wipe them?
No, I got.
Oh,
decimated.
nice! You put up a good fight.
Yeah, I put up a good fight. I lost, and then on the second game, they were like, "Well, since you just fought one of the best teams, now you're gonna fight the other best team because it's like the two most recent teams, which is Deathwatch and Canoptic Circle. Those are like the best teams right now, like by far, not even remotely close. And I beat the Canoptic Circle.
Damn.
Because we had
walking home with your head up high on that one.
No, we had to end on turn 3, and so that was my advantage. Because it's a 4.
The dwarves have such short legs they didn't even get out to the battlefield by turn 3.
No, it's like it's a 4-turn game, but because lunch was delayed, and so we had to do the second round really fast. We only made it to turn 3, and by turn 3, I still had a lot of dwarves alive, so I won. So that was pretty much that. And then I played another reasonably strong team, but the guy playing it, he didn't really take any like AoE abilities. So his team had 6 operatives, mine had 10. And so I was like, okay, so do you have any AoE things? And he's like, no. I was like, all right, in that case, I'm going to put about
Swarm.
5 dwarves in this point and 5 dwarves in this point, and I'll come and take me out of here. Good luck. And so, yeah, I beat him pretty hard. And then I went to day 2. And in day 2, for my first match, I played literally the most experienced player in the whole tournament, the guy who wins pretty much every tournament that I've ever been to. And I almost beat him.
At least.
I almost beat him. It was so close. It was so close. The worst part, it all came down to like one dice roll. And I had to re-roll one of my dice, and I need to get a 3 or more. And I rolled a 1.
No, snake eyes.
And that's like, that lost me the game straight up. If I had made that die, I might have still had a chance, but like that, it just like cost me the whole game. But it was so close, dude. It was so close. And then the other one I lost like 10-9, which is like the closest loss you can have. And then the final one, I got absolutely decimated. I got destroyed. Like the other guy completely shredded my team, and I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Humbled.
You know, it is. So,
sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. It was really fun. I played 6 matches, won 2 matches, lost 4. But you know, everybody told me like you put up one hell of a fight for playing like the weakest team in the game.
I imagine you were the only one playing that team.
Of course. Why would anybody else go to a tournament with one of the weakest teams in the game? Only I do dumb stuff like that. No, but it was still close, so I'm happy with the fact that it was close. But probably next time I'm going to take a more meta team, and I'll be like, all right, guys, now let's play for realsies, and let's see whether or not I'm actually good at this game or not. But yeah, it was very intense because you can imagine trying to figure out the rules for friggin', I mean, I played 6 different teams, all teams that I don't play. So I have to know the rules for all of these teams and make sure that I'm not getting like scammed. And it's absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Yeeks.
But yeah, that was my weekend. Other than that, the only thing that I've been doing is playing Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 is pretty fun.
Oh yeah. I saw your first stream of that, some of it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I think the game's really fun.
Did you keep it on hard or did you bump down?
No. I bumped it down to normal. Like screw that. And now
that was crazy.
Now it's happening the thing that I suspected, and this is the reason why I always talk about difficulty. I might make another video talking about it because it's always a fun topic. But the reason why I always say I like games that have one difficulty is because usually developers can balance that really, really well. What happened with Ninja Gaiden 4 is that it started and it felt impossible on hard, pretty much. But that's also a skill issue. I don't play a lot of these games, so it's whatever, right? But I made it to the first boss, and I was just like stuck there for a good long while. Now I bumped it down to normal. The game felt perfect challenge-wise, and now that we've leveled up a little bit and we have like more abilities, now the game just feels like giga easy.
Are you able to jack it back up?
I mean, yeah, you can jack it back up to hard, but it's just like I don't want to go from hard to normal, then normal to hard, and then maybe hard's gonna feel too hard again. It's like I really would just rather have the one difficulty because it always feels like if you have more than one or even like more than three, which this game does have, it just feels like the difficulty feels all over the place. Maybe that's a me thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's pretty
You
much.
want the games to react to your player's skill and adjust difficulty accordingly?
No, I want the games to have one difficulty setting because that's usually much better balanced all around.
Yeah, but if it's Ninja Gaiden Team, what if they make very hard?
That's fine.
That would suck.
I
Wouldn't
think
get
that's
past the first stage.
I think that's fine. I will stay there and I will smash my face against it until I get it done. But at least I'll know this is the intended difficulty. That's the way that I feel about difficulty. But yeah, I know that's like a hot topic or whatever. What have you been up to?
I'm living up to this. People, oh, you in Japan, all you do is watch Japanese stuff and play Japanese games, and I've never been like that, but lately I have. I've been, what do they say, weebing out. I actually started playing 13 Sentinels. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I have heard of it. A friend
it's
of mine
a
actually.
Vanillaware game.
Yeah, a friend of mine bought me that. I have that game for PlayStation 4. I haven't really played it yet. But yeah, I've heard good things in terms of the story of that.
Well, that's the weird thing. It's a Vanillaware game. It's really beautiful, like 2D art. It's like a visual. It's almost like a visual novel
Like
with
that's
gameplay and stuff and choices and stuff.
wasn't that team also behind Dragon's Crown? They have like
I
also
have no
that really
idea.
sweet art and the what's it called? Is it Valkyrie Profile? I forget. I think it might, if it's not Valkyrie Profile, it's Valkyrie something. But those guys are awesome.
Yeah,
With their
this is my
2D art
first
stuff.
time playing a game by them. But apparently this is their magnum opus, and I heard good things about it. So it was on sale on Switch, so I bought it and I started playing it. And it's the topics that I normally hate. It's Japanese high school. There's some pedo stuff. They're getting a little too sexy with some of the shots of the 16-year-olds, and it's like, come on. I know it's fan servicey, but still. But then there's like the robots and sci-fi, and it's like, okay, this is usually the story I would hate. Like this doesn't interest me at all. But the way it's told is so engrossing and interesting. And that's what, when I heard someone describing it, that's what got me to like, okay, I'm going to try this. Because it's like, you know how like movies like Inception or like,
Hmm.
I don't know, like what's a good example, but where you're sort of, you see the same scene several times and you're seeing it from different perspectives, or it's like Groundhog's Day and you're reliving the scene, but with more information than you had last time.
Yep.
It's like that, but it's spread across like 13 characters in 13 chapters, and you can choose freely which way you go around them. And they just have, I don't know how they managed to piece it all together, but every choice you make, it leads to like these like, oh, like aha moments. And it's like a discovery, like you're freaking Sherlock Holmes figuring stuff out. And you go, wait a second, I could have saved this character to last. But no matter how you do it, everything links together really beautifully and gives you the right amount of surprise. And it's really engrossing
So
for that
like
matter. So
different endings and repetition. Not
it's
repetition.
not even endings.
Replayability.
It's, I would say that no, it's like a 40-hour full-on scenario. It's you could choose the order that you do all the things, but it's like, imagine you had like the post-its on the chart and you had like, I don't know, 300 events and they're all linked in different ways and lots of time travel. So like you're going forward, you're going back, you're reliving a scene, you're seeing it from their perspective, you're seeing it before we saw, we're walking in after that scene, and it's just really, really fascinating. I don't know how else to describe it, but the story itself is like just standard.
So
Like
you
it's
don't.
not
So you don't
bad,
even
but
care
it's,
about the story. That's weird because I
that's
thought
the
the
thing.
story
It's
was
like the
the
story
big
is
thing
fine,
about that game.
but it's the way it's told is so good, and I think maybe the fact that the story, I want to say generic, but it's pretty standard, like JRPG stuff. I think maybe that plays to the strengths, because if there was too much you like crazy stuff that you had to grasp, then I don't think you would be able to follow it, because on paper the story is impossible to follow. But when you're playing it, it feels completely intuitive, makes total sense, and it's like someone curated the greatest, 30 season TV show, and it's in the perfect order. But you're choosing all of it. It's really weird. So I think maybe the simplistic nature of the story is one of the key recipes of why it works. But yeah, it's interesting. If you're fascinated by different ways that stories are told in games, I think it's super worth checking out and get through the tutorial, play like a first chapter or two of any character you want, and I think by that time you'll know whether it's for you or not. But I think it's cool. It's really cool. So that's me, 13 Sentinels. And we got Ryza DX coming out, I think, like in a week. Super looking forward to that because I've been playing like all the Atelier games. Like Ryza Atelier.
Oh, okay.
The one with the big thighs. Thighs up.
Okay. That makes perfect sense now. Yes, absolutely. I got it.
Yes. It's the one that got her the break. It's like she's like the most voluptuous girl in the town, yet no one at all ever shows any attraction towards her or even like it recognizes the fact that she's smoking hot, and she's just a dork tomboy who wants to go on a summer adventure, and that's it. And it's a summer adventure with her and her friends, and it's like it's slice of life JRPG. Like you're not saving the world, you're not doing this. It's a slow burner. It's just good fun. Gather, make friends, make connections, craft items, you know. So it's the last of the major Atelier series that I haven't played, and because I knew the DX was coming, so I was waiting for that. So that's gonna be like I think of it like the Ultimate Edition, with lots of all the DLCs, all the new stuff, and all sorts of quality of life. It's like the final like.
Is that Switch, PC,
version.
PlayStation?
All of the above. Yeah.
No, I mean where
awesome.
where you're playing it.
Oh, I will play it on the Switch too.
Okay.
When it comes out. All the others I've been playing mostly on PC, but I've played the last series on Switch.
You planning on doing Stories 3 on Switch too as well?
No, I think I'm going to do that on PC because Una doesn't have a Switch 2, doesn't want a Switch 2, won't touch her Switch 1. We're PC gaming in this house, so, and that's not a game I want to. That's not a game I want to play outside. I mean, as funny as it sounds, Stories 2, you would agree with me. It's so cinematic. It feels like a blockbuster. I want to sit in front of a large monitor and see it in all of its glory. Like it's an adventure, right? I want to be immersed. I don't want to be peering into the little window of the Switch. Although the Switch 2 screen is freaking huge.
My kid wants.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So I might have to buy like 2 of them on Black Friday if I get like a good deal or something like that. I'm not.
You still can't buy them in Japan. It's impossible to get one.
I can literally go to a store and pick one up right now in Portugal. Like it's just there on the shelf, like on plenty of stores.
You can't buy it in Japan. Like people are just like, I don't want it anymore because I've tried for half a year and you're not allowed to buy it. So it's like, okay, well, screw this.
I think that's such an interesting phenomenon. You get to a point where if you can't get something, you start to resent it. You're just like, well, I don't want it anymore.
I was like that.
The hell with this.
With the PS5, do you remember?
Yeah.
For the longest time, I was like, I didn't want PS5, and then Stellar Blade came out, and I got it just for Stellar Blade, and now I haven't touched the damn thing since. It's just sitting there collecting dust. I should sell it.
Wait, you not liking PlayStation? No, I don't believe that.
No, never. No.
It never happened. What do you mean?
Not here. Never happened. Fabricated. Nope. Try again.
We made it up.
Made up.
We made it up.
Yep. It's fictional. It's not real.
Fun stuff. So you've been doing.
Yeah, and then we've been playing a lot of Wilds actually.
Oh,
a lot.
Interesting.
When we get to the wild sections of this,
I mean, we're there now.
Talk about all this stuff, right?
Because like
we're
I don't
there.
I don't have anything else to talk about on my what.
Oh, the last thing I guess I was gonna mention, like actually, like more than playing, I've actually found myself watching media. I don't usually watch a lot of stuff, but I've been watching a lot of stuff lately. So I thought I'd give a few shout outs just of what I've been enjoying without going into any detail because, like, come on, people are here for games.
Yeah.
But I actually found a small little theater at the bottom of a department store that does like arts and craftsy little films. Really, it's like you walk in there and the screen is like a giant iPad. It's not even like a movie theater. Mm-hmm. But they have all the films that you normally can't see. And they were showing Del Toro's Frankenstein, which is coming out on Netflix. And they had a limited release in some theaters around the world where they showed it on the big screen, so to say. And I got to see that with a friend. And it was cool. I like Del Toro a lot, so... It's a good, faithful captures the spirit of the novel Frankenstein. It's a good watch. So if you're on Netflix, just watch that. It was good fun.
Assuming that
Then
they don't remove like the whatever. It's not
what, they censor
region.
stuff?
No, region locked. A lot of stuff on Netflix is region locked, so you can like different regions get different programming. And on top of it, I'm actually having an issue with Netflix where because I moved houses. Netflix is now telling me, "Oh, you're not in your house. We're not going to let you."
Oh, you're a different household.
Yeah. You're a different household, so you can't watch Netflix no more. Now the thing is, the kids thing still works, and that's like the main usage of my Netflix. Because if it wasn't
so you're
for
watching on the kids' account.
No, because I can't because the kids' account is only for watching like cartoons and stuff, so it doesn't actually work for regular viewing. So it's like, if the kids' account stuff wasn't working, I would have canceled Netflix. Hell, if it wasn't for my kids, I would have canceled Netflix by now because it's so they've gotten so asinine. Because like, the thing is, changing your household is not like a straightforward process. Not like, oh yeah, just go here. Here's your account. This is where you live now. Okay, sounds good. It's not like that. It's like some bullshit where you have to go to like one of your devices. I think you have to do it from the TV, and I'm like, why am I doing this on a television? There's a computer right in front of me with a mouse and keyboard. What is wrong with you people? Are you people
that's
stupid?
Dumb.
It's so dumb.
I'm giving you my money, and you're trying to convince me not to. I stopped subscribing for like half a year, but
I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my kids because they watch cartoons on that stuff, I would have gotten rid of it. Because for a while, the only reason I had it because like 3 different family members were using it. And I was like, fine, I'll keep paying so that you guys can use that garbage. Yeah. Because I haven't watched it in like ages. So it's just like, it just feels like I'm bleeding 20 euros every month for no goddamn reason. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's expensive now.
That garbage ass service.
Well, if you're on Amazon Prime, we're watching Has Been Hotel season 2, and it's freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, that I do have because I have Amazon
It's
Prime.
the best animated series like ever. It's so good. It's very vulgar though. You can't watch it with kids around.
My son would love that.
It's the most. I
love how you say
it's vulgar.
It's very vulgar. You can't watch. Well, then again, Yuna's a teenager now. It's like for whatever reason, in my head, Yuna never ages. She's always 12. And then I'm like, wait, she was 12 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
or something
but
we
never did age restriction even when she was young.
Yeah.
We didn't care.
But it's like I'm just telling you, like every time we bring up Yuna in my head, she's still 12. Every single time. She hasn't aged. As a matter of fact, funny thing that happened at the Kill Team tournament, in the last guy that I was playing with, I was telling him about how I used to play Fantasy Battles, which is like an even older version of Warhammer. And I was like, yeah, something like 20 years ago. And then I looked to the guy and I'm like, how old are you? And he goes, 24. I was like, so you would have been a baby. Fuck.
Old man.
And then the other day I'm on Twitter and Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers just tweets out, when I was a kid, there was this movie called Minority Report. I was like, oh God. When I was a kid, he says, all right, I'll just turn to dust.
It's scary.
It's so scary.
Getting old is weird because you don't mentally feel it.
Yeah,
but
you
then
don't feel it.
You physically feel it, but mentally you don't. And so it's always like, huh?
Yeah.
Like your teenage years was just a decade ago, 15 years at max. It never feels like it was anything beyond that. Yeah. So
it's
but yeah, that's what I've been, and we're looking forward to Five Nights at Freddy's too. That's coming out December 5th or 6th. I'm gonna so go good. And people say
smash my face into this wall right now is what I'm gonna go do.
Why? Okay. It's good. It's really good. Oh. Like people say video game movies are no good. They have not.
Oh wait,
seen
it's the movie?
The movie.
I thought you were talking about some game because isn't there like 50 different versions of Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, the core games are fun. We've played most of them.
I don't like.
Well, you're just judging this off of like live streamers, right? And
no,
Markiplier and stuff.
No, I'm judging this off of the gameplay that I have seen without any commentary. I don't like
game
it.
Though. There's like tons of like fan spin-offs and stuff. There's only like 5 or 6 main games, and
I said,
they're
there's
just
only
a small
like
indie game.
5 or 6. Listen, I
It's
don't like
just
it.
an
You're not going to
indie
convince me.
series of it's just simple horror.
Yeah.
Close the door, watch behind you, listen for sounds. Ah, you lost. That's all it is. It's just a fun arcade game.
Okay.
There's nothing to cry about.
I'm not crying. You're still not convincing me.
Well, the movie is good, so we're looking forward to that. So, yeah, but that's what I've been up to.
Okay. We need to jump into Monster Hunter.
Monster
Wilds.
Hunter.
Dreamspell. What you think about
Wilds.
Dreamspell?
I'm conflicted.
You're conflicted on Dreamspell?
You know me. I play for glam. Like, to me, glamour... I'm a G-poser, right? Like, glamour is the main draw. And when they give one of the best outfits that they've made for the entire game to Alma, and they give us jack shit, like, we can't get that outfit. That is just a slap in the face. Even the quest girl next to what's his name, Ricardo, whatever, like the hub lass, like her outfit's awesome. Can we have that? Nope, can't have it. Like, why? I understand that they need to be rigged differently for hunters, but come on, man. I love her outfit. Have you seen like the
I know which one you're talking about.
The head is awesome. The shorts are cute. The boots are amazing. Like,
wait, how do you know?
Can't we have that?
How
outfit?
do you know the shorts? She's behind a counter.
She walks around. She's always walking around in the hub. You can never find. Oh, the hub lass. I'm sorry. I'm jumping between her and Alma. I'm talking about Alma now.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, how do you know about the shorts? She's like behind the counter.
Well, you can.
Gaijin's like, oh yeah, I G posed the camera into this. Like, what are you trying to do over there? That's some weird shenanigans.
It's funny enough. They let you zoom in closer to the NPCs than they let you do your own damn hunter.
They do.
Like, because the photo mode is absolute trash. But when you try to take a photo of yourself, it like immediately makes you invisible when you're like within 10 feet of yourself.
It's so because like,
I really hate it's so stupid.
I want to get like a giga zoom in because it will be really good for thumbnails, and I never can because the character disappears. And sometimes I'll try to position him awkwardly up against the wall to try and get like a better angle. It's weird. I don't know why they do that.
Why is it real time? Why can't they just have your character static so you can just move them, like position them like a canvas? Like, it's dumb. You're in photo mode, for God's sake.
I think the problem
I can go on forever about how bad their photo mode is. Oh my lord.
I think the problem is likely they don't want people to do the thing where they zoom in to a point where you can see like the character's eyeballs, and then you take screenshots and it's just like a busted looking character with its eyeballs hanging out. And it's like, because there's so many pictures nowadays of broken characters from broken games and social media. They're like, yeah, the character just disappeared. You zoom in too close, character disappears. That's what you get. That's what you friggin' get because everybody's posting like these doctored pictures online. Although it's like, bro, we've seen the.
I legit think that somebody in Capcom gave them the bad advice and said, for ratings, the more kosher we make it, that people can't take sexual pictures, the more countries we can sell in. And they believed it and they implemented it. It's got to be the reason, and it's stupid. It's a Japanese company. Come on.
Is that not true though? Especially with the crackdowns of Visa. Of course,
it's not true, but companies still do that kind of shit.
It is kind of dumb. It is pretty dumb.
But yeah, you can zoom in more on the characters that are not yourself. So if you want to get some spicy shots, you can get some semi-spicy shots.
I love how you're like talking about, oh yeah, I zoom in on Alma and I zoom on all these NPCs, and then if you go like to my channel, there's like a picture of the big forehead guy, the huge weapon. There's like a picture of his big face on a thumbnail that just says "Big Brain Hunts."
But no, I mean the festival was good. I like that the theming obviously is Halloween, so. I love that kind of stuff. I just really love
season.
Halloween and Gothic glam, and it was really. I was not a big fan of the outfits that they gave away this time, and I really liked the outfits of some of the NPCs. And I was like, "Come on, man!"
I liked
you got people designing good stuff.
I like the male outfit. I think it looks cool. I'm still using that one. Not the. Whatchamacallit? Not the Harvest one. Yeah, the Ghost Rider one. Yeah, but
that's what Yuna's using actually.
I put my hat on it though. On the most recent iteration, it just has my hat on it. Like, yeah, I like this. This looks good. I like it. I've been using it for the spooky season, but then I'm gonna go back to my regular glam. How'd you like the sacred skin?
Oh, was that the one where it's like the patched doll stuff with the eyes and this stuff? Oh, that's cute. I haven't even touched my sacred. I can't. I haven't.
I think you have to claim
who's
it.
using it, and I like it.
I think I don't know if you don't claim it, if you get to keep it.
Oh God, don't. Oh, you're triggering me now because
I don't
hate,
know.
Now that I've been playing Wilds a lot recently, right? And you know what happens every damn time? Start the game, get prepared, do event quests, do challenge quests, play a bunch. Oh, I'm done for the day. Let's go collect all my coupons and rewards. Go to the cat. Hey, welcome. I just started we're going to now start your daily challenge log here, buddy, and you have 0. Screw you. Like, what better example of out of touch is that?
He's got an exclamation mark on him. He's got an exclamation mark.
Jesus Christ.
You have to go talk to him every
pop
time.
It up when you. Why don't they just pop it up when you join the damn game like every other game? Like, why would they do it? It's a gotcha. It's like, nee, missed it.
I don't know. I always go to him
first
and
I get, you know that like GIF of like the monkey like throwing the keyboard off the table like screw this shit.
Yep.
Like that's me every time. I'm like screw it. I ain't getting it. Yeah. So that was upsetting. It's like we hunted like 20 event quests, and then I go and it's like, oh, if you do one, we'll give you this. I'm like, screw you, cat.
You've hunted. I mean, those who hunt 20 will hunt 21. I mean, come on, just do one more quest. Like, what's the big deal?
No, because when I stop, it's like, oh my God, it's 3 a.m. I got to get to bed. So it's like,
yeah. I mean,
so frustrating.
It's just I got into the habit of it because, like, I think what you're describing happened to me once, and then I was like, oh, I should have triggered this before I got started, and then it never happened again because I just go to the cat every time and get the stuff. Every time there's like an exclamation mark on him, I go to him to get stuff. So
here's another gotcha then. How many times do you forget to set the starting camp when you join someone else's quest, and you're like, okay, I'm going to start at camp 12 this time?
It happened.
And you mean to, but you don't.
I mean, the thing is, usually I don't join other people's quests. It's the other way around.
You're the one posting it? Okay. So you wouldn't know, but it happens a lot. Or you forgot to use your voucher. Like
it happened.
The UI thing in this game is so unintuitive in that regard.
It happened to me a lot when I was doing multiple new Udra runs. That happened. I was like, oh, got to cancel out because, you're trying to get the best possible time, have to start on camp 15 every time. So, but then I got into the habit of it, and then I was just like, yep, let's go. I still missed it like once or twice when I was doing runs with people to make sure that everybody got like their time thing. But yeah, there was it happens. That stuff does happen. That it is not super intuitive.
I was also really sad to find I had a lot of fun doing we did all the past event quests the other day, just trying to catch up like all the tickets we didn't get.
Yeah.
Like, I think we were missing like one diver ticket, some harvest tickets, some blossom tickets, and we were doing those quests and
I'm still missing blossom tickets if I want to do both the male and the female set. I still need blossom tickets for that, but I don't think I'm going to do the female set. I don't see a situation where I'm equipping that on my
I'm the polar opposite. I use the female and I don't make the males usually, but sometimes the males have really good waists, so I'll take those sometimes.
Yes, they do.
But one of the things that made me a little sad, though, is that if you miss, let's say, like, you missed some... Because the ticket names are so similar, it's really easy to mix them up. I can't tell you how many times we're like, oh, we need a Blossom something ticket. Okay,
yeah, because there's
double
the
Blossom, and we're going to hunt them, and we're like, oh, wait, that's not it.
Yeah, because there's the Blossom. There's always two. I was actually confused by this on a stream recently. Annoying. I was even telling people, you guys notice how this festival, there's only one? And then when I start browsing the armor, actually, never mind, there's two as well. God, yeah. It's so weird. I don't understand why there's two. There's no need.
Well, what makes it worse is they don't offer a way to get the ticket for the festival. You missed it. You just bought the game. Oh, you're not getting the summer stuff. You're not getting the spring
you can't.
Stuff. You're not getting the Halloween. You can't get them.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you absolutely can.
No, you can get one of the types.
You can get both.
How?
So,
Please
for
explain, 'cause
instance,
I Googled for over an hour and I was trying everything in the game and I could not find a way to get
so
them.
for instance, there's one that's the Blossom Dance or the Blossom catalog or whatever it's called. I forget. So there's the
Yeah.
Blossom something.
That's what we
and then there's
wanted,
the
and we couldn't
regular.
get it.
Then there's the regular Blossom ticket. So the
Yeah.
Blossom ticket is the 2 Lollapaloonas on the thing.
Yeah. We
And
did
the
that a
other
bunch of
one,
those.
I forget what it is, but it's there as well. The Blossom Dance catalog, whatever the crap.
I looked everywhere. It's not there.
It's 100% there. I guarantee it. Because like
100%. I spent 2 hours trying to get it.
all of the
And I
tickets
looked
are there.
everywhere, and I said, no, you can't.
All of the tickets are there. All of them. Because I thought
I'm calling
I thought
bullshit.
So too.
I'm sorry.
No, it is.
I spent a lot of time looking.
Because
No.
what happened was in the last festival, I farmed the tickets
I'll
that
boot
you
the game
want.
right now and prove
the
you
catalog on the last festival, I needed the tickets you want, the catalog ones, and I farmed them, and I forgot to farm the actual Blossom tickets. So you can absolutely get them.
I will boot the game and prove you wrong on podcast.
I would not
telling you.
recommend that. It seems like a waste of time
You
because I
can't.
know I'm right.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a fun one in hindsight when you see how wrong you were.
But I'm
Guys,
not though.
let him have it in the comments. Let him have it.
No. What week is today?
Or
Today
make
is
fun
the
of me.
week
I
of
don't
the week of the 4th. So let me see if I can figure out which one it is real quick. Hungry for that one. Work on Big Ravenous Blockade, Prenolate Bear, Shining, Claws Route, Ballet in the Rain, Sandscart Soul, Running Wild. I don't know by quest names. I have to look it up on the actual game. Putting up a
I've
stink
looked
is the
everything up.
Alma outfit. Coot Gone Cuckoo. The Daughters of Caraboose is the regular one. That one I know because that's the 2.
Yeah, that's the 2
Lollapaloozas
Lollapaloozas
in
and
the
that's what we're
arena.
doing.
Yeah, I know. I have to go. I have to go into the game and look at
Yeah,
it.
that's the only one.
No, I'm telling you, it's there. I'm telling you, it's there. It would because every single event. All
And
of
there's
the event
tons of
quests
Reddit
come
posts of
back.
people saying, "Yeah, man, you got to wait." They said they'll bring them back, but they didn't, and you got to wait a year. Maybe once they're done with all their DSL, and everyone's saying, "What a
Why
fucking
did they-
shame!" Like this sucks.
Then why would they have put it in the previous one? Because they did. I farmed those tickets in the previous one. I 100% did. On
The previous one
event.
was what?
The previous one was the
diver
summer
ticket?
one.
Well, that wasn't the festival.
No, the summer one was a festival. The Flame Fete, whatever, Festival of Accord Flame Fete. I know that I farmed the catalog tickets from spring during the Flame Fete event. 100%. No question in my mind.
I'll take the flame, but definitely not for Blossom. There's nothing. And I looked everywhere, and the people are like, "No, they're not there." I'm like, "What is it you do if you just bought the game?" I thought the whole idea was during an event,
During festivals,
you
you'd
would be able
do
to,
everything.
yeah, during festival. I mean, I don't agree with that or not, but that's how it is, right? But like, you have everything available, but those, like, that feels cruel and wrong, in my opinion. Like, at least allow you to exchange the current festival ticket for a ticket from the previous one, even at a rate 2-to-1. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure
Like,
it's there.
How did they do that in Iceborne?
Pretty
I got
sure
a game
it's
booting right
there.
now. That's about
And
to prove you.
you have to go into the rewards because like it doesn't
Yeah,
say
exactly,
in
I
the
know.
text. You go into the rewards and it's there. I just don't know which one it is.
I'm going in. You know, you can edit this part shorter. I'm going in there right now because you need to know how asinine this is because it's bad. They
It
need
is-
to make a change. They
It is
really do.
it is pretty bad if you can't specifically because you can get I think all of the other tickets. So like the only one that you'd be missing is the catalog ticket for the Blossom quest. So it's weird.
Okay. I'm going into the hub now. I'm already in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Run down to my girl here.
I'm gonna boot the game as well.
Lota.
for doing this.
Okay.
I'm
I
do
got
it.
Loda. Event quest, right? We agree there.
Yeah, event quests.
I will tell you all the ones that pop up that have festival stuff. The first one, which we said, the Daughters of Carbos, which is the Blossom ticket, the 2 Lollapaloozas.
Yeah, the regular Blossom tickets, but you want the catalog,
Right.
which is like Blossom Dance catalog, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the easiest way
all this-
is to mark the part that has it on a wish list, and then it will just tell you which quest it is. So that's what I'm gonna do. Which parts were you trying to craft?
Whatever takes the damn ticket. The set, I don't know the name. Like it's the Japanese looking set.
It's the glasses. The glasses have that one. I'm pretty sure. Some of the glasses that you could get on that thing.
I'm going through here. There's the Flame Fet catalog. That's Putting Up a Stink. That's Kongalala and Rathalos.
Yeah, see, why would the Flame Fet catalog be there and the spring one not? Because I definitely did it during.
What was the other
Flame
one though?
Fet.
What was the other ticket from the Flame thingy?
It's not catalog. It's just Flame Fet ticket. So let me see.
Okay, you're just gonna have to edit this whole section out.
Yeah, it's fine. I already have plans for it.
Okay, I just found the Blossom Dance catalog.
So I want everybody in the comment section to go ahead and tell me how wrong I was. I was booting up my own game about the prove Gaijin wrong. He's sitting over here going like on an hour-long rant about why are these things not here? And I'm like, they're 100% there. I guarantee you, they are 100% there. All you got to do is
You
look.
know what it is? Wait, hang on a second.
Confuse
We
the
did
two
this
tickets.
quest. Wait, we did this quest like 4 or 5 times, and every time we're like,
Maybe
it's
it's
still
not
not
a
giving me the ticket.
100%. I don't know.
No, it was giving us a ticket, but it wasn't. I gotta write down these names on a memo pad. I'm gonna like get these wrong.
So let me
Blossom
see.
Dance.
I'm gonna go get the.
No, I remember we did this one, and
It's
we
the lovely.
we found out it was a different
Lovely
one.
Shades is Flame Fet, but there's another round glasses. Are these the ones? Oh crap! It doesn't tell me the materials because I already have them.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh no, I can't see it. Was there a set associated with it? I think it because the thing is, I think that for those it was only Blossom Alpha is regular Blossom tickets, and then yeah, there wasn't a set associated with it. It was just the glasses, which I've already crafted both of them, so I can't wishlist them. Yeah, I crafted both of them. So it's round glasses and shadow shades.
Ah, damn. Do you have all the Sakura tides?
Sakura Tithe?
Yeah, it's like a turquoise color.
Oh yeah, this is the one that has it. Blossom Dance ticket. I have 19 of those, apparently.
Wait, did you say Blossom Dance ticket?
Yes. Is there a Blossom
Maybe that
catalog?
explains it. There is a Blossom Dance catalog, a Blossom ticket, and now and that's the one, the Blossom Dance ticket.
Okay, so wait a second. Add to wish list. Why do I have 19 of those then? Now let me see here.
Maybe you just...
Quests, event quests, and putting up a stink. No, this is Flame Fet catalog because I have other things in my wish list. A Vile Visage, Doshiguma
Did we
Sketch.
literally run into the one that they made a mistake on, and that's what made us all frustrated? Yeah, and then if you go over to the stupid...
So Spring has 3 tickets.
Yeah. If you go to the provisions, they're like, oh, you can trade your extra Blossom Dance tickets for bombs if you want. I'm like, I just want to get the goddamn ticket. But you can't get it. It's a login bonus only. Or a challenge questing only. So I was right. I got myself confused a third time. But I was right. Yeah, you can't get the Blossom Dance ticket.
You can't get the Blossom catalog. No, the Blossom Dance. You can get the catalog. You can't get the dance.
The Blossom Dance ticket. You gotta make sure you.
Yeah.
It's called the Blossom ticket, the Blossom Dance catalog, and the Blossom Dance ticket. You cannot get the Blossom Dance ticket.
It's so stupid that there's 3 tickets. So for Spring, I think Spring is the only one where they did that because the other ones is always like catalog. So it makes sense that they would forget that one.
Well,
specifically.
there's a Flame Fet ticket as well listed in here.
There's a Flame Fet ticket and a Flame Fet catalog ticket.
Catalog, yeah, but not.
But there's no Flame Dance
Fest ticket. Okay, so then I'm a little bit happier to find out that the one thing that we wanted to make was the one anomaly. but it also makes me feel justified in my anger.
No, you're correct. You are correct. There is a ticket that you can't get. Yes, this is
But
true.
it's not as wide-reaching as I thought. I thought it would be across all
Although
the
I
festivals.
find it
but 'cause
strange, I have 19 of this ticket, and I've already
you were probably
crafted the
logging
set.
in. You were doing the dailies because remember I told you every time I do a daily thing, we forget to talk to the goddamn cat, so we don't get them. Because if you don't talk to the
So
cat,
you
you
did
don't
that
get your extra
in the
tickets.
spring event. You did that. You forgot to get the thing.
I'm always forgetting. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Capcom.
Sorry for the long. You're gonna have to edit this rant a little bit,
Yes.
but keep it in.
Tokura-san, Gaijin needs his Blossom Dance.
Dance ticket.
It's just Blossom Dance
Blossom
ticket.
Dance
It's not the
ticket.
catalog. It's the Blossom
Yes.
Dance ticket. But, what? How do you
Make
say
it available.
please? How do you say please?
Onegaishimasu.
What?
Onegaishimasu.
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 Onegaishimasu. Yeah, we need the Blossom Dance. Yeah, that's weird. It feels like something that they forgot about. Although there's still a week left, and wait, the event started the day before yesterday for this week, I think. So the next update's going to be the 11th. Maybe Kongalala Cravings. No. Anguish and Atrocity. No, I don't think there's the stuff here. Yep. Feels bad. As a matter of fact, it ends next week. The event, I think.
Yeah.
Dreamspell ends because like the limited time quests become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after that. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and
was lucky. I had enough to make the Sakura Tide or whatever it was that needed it, and with that other ticket, it was something that.
And
I mean,
not-
hang on, I gotta check now. Like, I don't want to be called a fool.
No, you're
even though
correct.
I am a fool.
You're
Like,
correct.
what is the but no, the thing is, what is it used for?
For the Sakura Tide
Blossom
set.
Dance ticket.
It's exactly what you asked
Okay,
me.
because
It was
I've
Sakura
made the whole
Tide
thing,
set.
so I can't see.
Yeah.
But Yuna wanted to make it, and we couldn't.
Yeah, you can't. Because, like, I actually went to the female version that I hadn't crafted, and I just put it on the wish list, and then I went to the event quests, and it's not there. Because otherwise it would just show up with a thing on top saying, hey, this is the quest you got to go do. And no, it's not there. Because all the wish list stuff that I had there were for other things that I was looking for. But yeah, so that thing is not there.
I'll send in
weird.
my invoice for QA testing this ticket
Exactly.
reward system. Okay, now I got to turn off the game because it's gonna heat up my room if I keep it on because it makes the CPU run so hot.
And the other thing that's happening next week when the event ends is we're losing the 9-star Blangonga. So if you still haven't fought the 9-star Blangonga, you might want to do that. It is the White Wonder quest. And he's actually, in my opinion, he's harder than the Guardian Fulgurandranath 9 stars.
We're losing him?
Yeah, we're losing him. He's gone next week, which is
I mean,
frustrating.
I won't shed a tear, but I thought they went and said, yeah, people realized that everyone wanted to have the arc tempered around, so we're going to keep them.
Yeah, no, but
we're
he's
still
not
going to pull this stuff
he's not
for the
an
other
arc
monsters.
tempered. He's not an arc
Yeah,
tempered.
but that makes it even more like then why?
Yeah, I don't know. As a matter of fact, I wanted these 9
so
stars.
dumb.
Wait, it says here permanent quests. No, it's not.
Like,
in
I
the
don't even
permanent
want to fight
quests.
8-star monsters anymore. 9s are fun.
Yeah.
They're good. But why would they make them limited? That makes no sense to me.
I don't know, because I wanted these 9 stars to just populate the map like the rest of them.
Yeah.
It almost feels like they're testing out.
Even
if-
just, like we said, even make us do lures if you need to. Because if people are like getting frustrated that there's all these like 9s, then do the Iceborne thing. Let us buy a lure and then boom, it could
Festival.
appear.
My idea is the best festival. You have your own little festival with the Wudwuds or somebody else in each territory, and it brings out the big beasties when you do a festival thing.
That'd be nice.
And you have
I
to
like
like
that.
pay points for it or whatever, since they're very keen on people paying points, because that's what people
Hey,
end up doing.
it can't be as expensive as it is for me to rest marathon.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, because a lot of people are using the points for resting and stuff like that. So, yeah. I definitely think that would be a good idea, but...
Well, that sucks, because that was kind of nice, because Blagonga is a monster that you normally don't fight a lot. Even though his sword and shield is dope, and the gear is glam, it's wonderful, especially for the female. I don't know how it is for male, but the female is like
You look like
it's like a Snow
Sun
White
Wukong.
bikini. It's great.
Look like
Oh,
Sun
gosh.
Wukong when you put on his gear, kinda.
But
But
yeah, but so people won't be able to fight the funnest version of him. That sucks.
he kicks my ass. Like the other day, I was testing him because I was trying to figure out, what's the best way of getting armor spheres. We'll talk about why I need to get armor spheres. Besides the fact that the armor sphere economy in this game is insane.
It's rough.
But
Every monster material that is over 5 went to those 2 guys in Azur or Azuz or wherever. They are swimming in riches because I
yeah,
have literally taken almost my entire inventory.
They're
and
like-
just gave it. Even gems, I give them. I don't even care anymore.
The-
They
the-
can have them all.
the guys over there at what's the name of that village? The village in the oil basin? I forget.
Azuz or something? I don't know.
Azus, yeah. All the guys over there in Azus, they're like that. Specifically, the guy that does the conversion for you, he's friggin' Tom Nook from Animal Crossing.
He's like-
He's
he goes like
always
this.
there. He's always there taking his cut. Okay, you're a hunter, and he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna get my cut sooner or later." Yep, that's right, Hunter. You're gonna come
Yep.
right
And then
back
when
here.
you're upgrading,
and either
you run out of Zenny.
Yep.
Because for some reason they're charging you an armor leg for Zenny.
No,
and
I
then
don't
you
run
gotta
out of
go and you're
Zenny.
like, I'll sell some monster materials. And you realize no, you just traded
No.
all your extra monster materials.
Oh, bro's got all of your stuff. He's there. He's just like sitting there getting his cut every single time. He's just like chilling. He was with you during the story and everything. You saved him. I think we saved his life. And bro's like, yep, it should be the other way around. You should want to give me things because I saved his life. But it's like, no, bro, I'm sitting here taking my cut every step of the way. I'm a businessman. He's sitting over there like Scrooge McDuck, dude, with a friggin' top hat and a monocle. That's what that guy is. He's just sitting there. He's like, where's your monster parts at, brother? Bring them here. Exchange them for the exchange rate of those is also absolutely atrocious. Like I remember at one point,
before we get to the good stuff, like I got a few more grievances to air before we get into all the good stuff. Go ahead. You're saying
yeah,
rate?
I was saying like the exchange rate is so bad. I remember I was doing it on stream, and I think I gave him like, I don't know, friggin' 200 plus monster parts. And it's like, best I can do
Here's
for
3.
you is like 10 of the best ones. Bro's like GameStop. You bring in like your whole game collection. It's like, yep, best I can do is $1.99.
$2. 3 in trade.
Yeah, 3 in trade. $1.99 in money, 3 in trade. It's like, what the hell?
Just sign here. What? Yeah, we can't actually buy it, but we can recycle it for you. What? It's got some scratches. It plays. Yeah, we can't take it.
Oh my god.
It's missing a piece of the manual. Sorry.
Yep. So what did you want to complain about?
Oh yeah, more grievances. I'd rather have that all out of the way so we can talk about the good stuff because there is some really good stuff. What was I gonna say?
We're talking about armor spheres, the armor sphere economy. I can't believe you're running out of Zenny though. I got so much Zenny.
Yeah, well, you know how many pieces of armor I've maxed out now? Like max out, even though you don't need to. It costs a lot of money.
This is why I just play one.
I mean,
weapon in
most
this
people
game.
are probably just gonna get sets up to like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
and
that's what I've
Call it
been
a
doing
day.
for some sets. Because, like, for instance, if this was World or Rise, I would have made a support set for the hunting horn and I would have upgraded it. But because it's Wilds, I made the set. I ain't upgrading that. Screw that. Dude. And it's a really good set.
Well, they also
like,
they
this
don't
be like
incentivize
the
it
best
either.
Omega set, I think, like for hunting horn.
Yeah, they don't incentivize it. Like you don't unlock a new like color prism color that you can color it or something if you max that. Nothing. It's just like, okay, well, we'll up it up one more level later. It's gonna cost you 15,000 heavy armor spheres. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, you lost it. It's gone now.
I have too many grievances. I look for them now, and there's just too many, and I'm struggling to find them all.
It'll come back to you. So
yeah.
Anyways, how'd you feel
But
about?
to me, the festival was more about ATU Udra. That was that was the festival.
Before we get to ATU Udra, how'd you feel about 9-star? You were saying that you liked Blangonga and Fulgur. How did you feel about Blangonga and Fulgur Angie at 9 stars?
Oh, they were great. Yeah. Fulgur, I thought. I mean, it depends on your weapon matchup, and also it's I love monsters that charge at you really aggressive. So
yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was great. Yuna did not like him because she never likes monsters that do that. I mean, you look at all my top 5, right? They're all Molten Tigrex, Bloodbath Diablos, White Monoblos. They're all the monsters that go at you with all they've got. I love that. Especially now with Sword and Shield, like being as it
Yeah,
is now.
Sword
like,
and
Jesus
Shield
Christ.
is so giga busted in this game. It's actually insane. I still
Well, actually, what Yuna's been complaining about is the DPS. She's like, why are dual blades so much higher than everything else? I'm like, yep, they shred.
yeah, dual blades just absolutely shred in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if balance is bad because it's PvE. So as long as all the weapons are fun, then I think it's okay.
Yeah, and
They don't all have to be
most
the
of the
fastest.
weapons that I've played have been pretty fun. I think that I don't know. There's just something in it. This has been something that has happened to me in Rise as well. There's something about the charge blade that just doesn't feel right. It's weird, but
too
ever
slow.
since World and Iceborne, there's always
I think it's
something
too
about
slow.
the charge blade that I go in there and I'm like, yep, it's fun. But there's just something missing that and I think World
It
Charge
feels like
Blade,
you're putting in like a 10 effort and you're only getting like 2 out. You're like, eh.
but base World Charge Blade for me was like the best. That it never got any better than that. It was probably performance wise, it was probably my favorite weapon in that game was the charge because it was the one that I spent.
You know what I think? Just like I haven't thought about it deeply, but just off the top of my head, one of the reasons that might be is also why I don't play Lance anymore, which is that there are so many options now for avoiding attacks or guarding or parrying or what do they call it, offsetting and stuff. Like having the ability to do guard points or like to have that guard while you're being aggressive is not really much of a selling point anymore. Like you can do that with other weapons. It's not a big deal. Hell, the dual blades got perfect evade. Lance, longswords just counter everything. Sword Shield's got a shield as strong as a gun lance. I mean, so
Yes.
it's like
The one
so the charge blade having to
wanna
be
know what's-
clunky and interrupt an attack so that you can guard and then go into a super that takes so long that the monster's already on the other half of the map by the time you unleash it. Like,
you want to know what's like the only advantage that a lance or a gun lance shield have over the sword and shield block?
do they
get-
have one?
Yeah. You know those big beams where you can kind of like push through if you're a
Yeah,
a
you
gun
can do
lan-
that with Sword and Shield.
You can't do that with sword and shield.
Yeah, you can.
You can block it.
No, you can walk forward with it.
Yeah, but
You
you
just
can't
need
do
guard
the
up.
you can't do the counter.
Oh, there's a counter. Okay.
There's a
Yeah,
counter
no.
that if you and it for the longest time this haunted me because I did not know how to do the counter. So like I did it once by
do you do it?
mistake, and I was like, I was never able to do it again.
Is it like pressing triangle or something? Or
It's pressing
like a shield bash?
triangle, but you have to hold it.
What?
Yeah, you have to hold it a little bit. It's not just like press
Huh.
because I kept pressing triangle and it would mess it up because you're blocking and then you press triangle and you go
Yeah.
like guard poke, right? But you have to hold it down a little bit and then your character will like run up and like do a poke, a charging poke. At least with,
Oh,
with
nice.
the gun lance. I don't know what it's like with the I think with the lance it might be a shield slam or something like that. But yeah, those
Very
are
cool.
really, really fun because usually it will stagger the monster as well if you time it right. So like you could do that in New Udra, for instance, whenever he's doing his thing.
Juicy.
But yeah, it's like blocking has not been super good
No.
for quite some time. And Rise in particular, Rise and Sunbreak, I felt like blocking was at its worst. Now it's not
I
as
mean, that
bad.
was Bruce Lee, right? The best way to avoid getting his is to not be there. Wirefall.
Yeah, exactly. Because block just felt like it was pretty much worthless in that game. But in this one, blocking still has value. In this one, blocking at least still has a
Yeah.
lot of value, but there are a lot of weapons that could just get around it. But then there are other weapons that are just kind of like screwed. So Switch X comes to mind.
I mean, switch axe. You just throw some evasion on it, and you're just a machine.
Throw some evasion on it. Have you tried that?
Yeah, because the side, yeah. Evasion 5 on switch axe is always a good time.
Yeah.
The only problem
Go
is
do
like
that in,
with
go
the,
do that
with
in
the
Omega.
AT monsters, you don't do that. Well, no, you can't do it with monsters that are doing multiple hits, and that's what the ATs do, which people think is unfair. They'll hit you, and then they'll do a quick follow-up within the same animation. It does more than one hit, so it'll get
Yep.
you every time.
Yep.
New Udra does it with the circular slaps.
Yeah, he does it, yeah.
unless you have hyper armor on, you
Not only
can perfectly evade the first, but you can get smacked by the second.
not only the circular ones, but also the one where which I think is a new combo where it just goes like pa 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 with his front tentacles.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Smack you in the face. Yeah, I love it. He's a kitty cat.
a
Have you ever
bit.
noticed you ever notice like the one he does like the cat like looking down with the paw up in there and smacking the head of the dog. Psh, psh. That's what he does. And once you think of him like as a cat, you can counter and
my
evade
God.
his moves so easy. It's so good.
That is so funny. I hadn't thought about him as a cat, but yeah, it absolutely.
Think about
is
that the
way
next
that
time
he
you
moves.
fight him. You're gonna laugh so hard.
I'm already just even thinking about it. But yeah, so Arc Tempered New Udra was definitely the star of the show. There's like some more event quests in there, but nothing like super challenging. It was mostly the 9-star Blangonga, Fulguranganath stuff, which were kind of like new. Blangonga still kicked my ass. Fulguranganath, I think, even carded me twice because I was just being way too aggressive.
Messing around.
But Fulguranganath I felt was easier than Blangonga because Blangonga's got smaller hitbox, the whole shebang.
Oh, he also has a lot of trip. He has a lot of trip stuff because he does lots of those back hops and everything.
Yeah.
And he likes to trip you up that way. And his little boys, like sometimes they got his back.
Yeah, like
they can be really annoying little bastards.
I feel like on 9 stars they're there more often. Like
Yeah,
almost
I
like
that. It feels unique.
what's his face? The first guy from Rise that you fight is Zuchi, Great Zuchi. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
The guy with the hooked tail. Yeah, he also had
Yeah,
like his
yeah,
boys
good
always
memory.
with him. Yeah. I kind of feel like Blangonga's got that going when he's 9 stars. When he's 9 stars, they're like, he's the alpha, must follow the leader. Let's go. We're gonna get some
he
hunters
can
today.
backstep so fast. It reminds me of like those robotics videos of like the University of Robotics that does like the quick jumps and double jumps, and he does back jumps so fast. It's like a little machine. It's great. He's
I was
fun.
thinking about
I like offsetting.
we have
him.
Rajang at home. It's so dirty, but it's kind of like what it feels like we have Rajang at home. But yeah, tell us about your journey with Arc Tempered New Udra.
Yeah, like I said, I love the idea that you have to, even though it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not that hard, but I like the idea of having to spec for it. That's something I loved about the Omega fight. Like you're expected,
specking,
like
yeah.
a Latreon. You need a gear for it, not just in your elements, but also like I want to make adaptability is awesome. Adaptability too is almost like a must for Nudra. You can do it without it if you're like a range or whatever, but it greatly helps.
What do you mean if you're ranged? I did it without it on my first try.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Then you put it on, you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, exactly. And then I put it on. I was like, oh, this is way better.
yeah. I don't know what. No trophies for doing that. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah,
But,
I forget if I
love
carded.
that, but then that just
I forget if I carded twice or 3 times with insurance, but I definitely beat him first try. But I carded quite a bit
here's the
because
thing.
of the AOE.
I take this back to another. I always say that I like crafted decos, right? And it's something we've talked about a lot, and
Yeah.
I've talked about ad nauseum. And just imagine though, if they had crafted decos, like Blagonga's a monster no one faces, right? Often, or by
Yeah.
choice. Imagine if adaptability, the deco, required some of its parts.
Blangonga?
Maybe not like a fur, but something like you have to break his horn or something, right? Or like his teeth or whatever. I don't know. But like, imagine if you need some Blangonga parts, right? Then people would be like, "Oh my god, I really want level 2 adaptability." Okay, what do I need? And you go and you look at the list, the little shopping list, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I need this small monster. I don't even know what that is." And I need a Blangonga. Okay, and then you go hunt him, and then you craft him, and then you get that accomplishment. Then you put it on, and you're like, "I am immune because this thing can withstand like cold temperatures." So like, I'm good. Like that would be awesome. But no, it's just pay the Zenny. Okay, good. Here you go.
The thing is, I agree with you. I like crafted.
Yeah, I'm preaching to the
I like
choir.
crafted decorations. The only reason that I ever sided on the side of crafted amulets because we've always presented it as like it's one thing or the other, and I'm like, well, if it's one thing or the other, I'll take random decos. And unfortunately, what I ended up getting is the worst of both worlds because it's random decos and random charms, and it's like, no, this is the worst. But this time it hasn't been as bad for me. I don't know if I've just been lucky, but like I have 3 artillery charms. I have like 3 different versions of it. One of them even has convert element, which is a skill that I really like. It's not super powerful, it's super niche, but I like that skill, so I like having that one. And also I've gotten a really good low shells amulet, which strangely enough is like rarity 6, I think. It's the deep blue one, because it comes with 2 load shells and 2 counter strike.
Ooh.
So I'm just like,
tell me it has a slot.
It has a tier 2 slot and a tier 2 1.
Oh.
No, wait, a tier 2 and a level 1, not 2 tier 1. Sorry, I got it confused.
That's nice.
So basically, I can max out load shells and counter strike on the same charm, and I still have 1 slot left over.
Counter strike is the new agitator. It is the meta.
It's so good. I love counter strike. Counter strike is great. I love it.
Encourages either both sloppy and aggressive play.
Yeah, especially sloppy. That's me. I'm Mr. Slop. I'm going over there. But the thing is, it also
why don't they have a defense version of that skill, where if you get hit, you get like a plus 50 defense or something for a small period of time.
Because defense is not that great to begin with, is my understanding.
Yeah, but it would be fun.
Yeah,
so you wouldn't have to sweat it with the armor spheres, you know.
I've even been running on account of like Art Tempered New Udra. I actually run 3 New Udra pieces. I started running Resentment because like I'm running Counter Strike anyway. I'm gonna get hit, so might as well take Resentment to go with it. Let's go. And then on the boots, Art Tempered New Udra comes with speed eating as well. There's like, I just heal real fast. That's good. So yeah, I've been rocking 3-piece 18 New Udra.
Oh man, slap on the free meal. You'll never go back. Oh
no, I don't do free meal.
What was it in Ice Bear? Was it Brute Tigrex that had those? But yeah, I love those. It was that combination of speed eating and free meal.
It was Brute Tigrex. Yeah, it's real good.
Oh man,
I might do free meal now that you mentioned, because I have so many tier 1 really slots. Good. You get so many tier 1 slots in that set. Is just for New Udra.
That set is amazing. Yeah, the AT sets have been really well balanced, actually. Like in the fact that they are really good when you put them together. But I think the Lord's passive is too good, and it makes it so that you don't want to. If you're not using 3 AT parts, what are you doing? Like, you don't get guts and all that stuff, which
you get
but
guts,
whatever.
You get
I mean,
bonus attack, you get like everything, and it's like I've had the spiciest Wyvern fires with that goddamn set, because like you'll hit you and then I'm in red, and it's like it actually I almost feel like getting rid of the Zoshia pieces, but the thing is Zoshia gives you so much agitator that I'm just like I just want to have that agitator. But I almost want to get rid of him because it gives me faster recovery. It's like, well, I don't want to recover. I want to be in the red so that I have resentment.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that the next one, which is what, AT...
Jindahad.
What's his name? Jindahad. I hope that's going to have like the chest piece that has like 3 levels of adrenaline.
I don't want... Because he doesn't have adrenaline. I think he has agitator on his set.
I don't care. I don't care. I want... Adrenaline is a fun skill. I want more of it. Like
I don't want
perfectly evade and attack. You get attack up. It's good.
It's a bad skill for Gunland, so I don't want it. No more adrenaline.
Agitators on everything. Like I mean, fine. Make it like the boots or something. Make it hard to decide between that and Uthuna. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. You want agitator on boots? You can have that. I'll take.
You know what? It's probably going to be the waist. It's probably going to be the waist. It's going to be really good for that monster. Because the chest definitely goes to New Udra. Like 2 counter strike and was it like a 3 and a 2 tier deco slot or something? It's crazy.
I don't know.
Ray Dow for the head for sure. And the latent power.
But it was
Duna for the legs.
It was really cool to not only spec for it, but this was also the first time that I think it was the first time I did a guide, because on the other one I just showed my kill of Ray Dow, and for Uthduna it didn't really feel like you needed the guide. I felt like Uthduna was easy. A lot of people were saying, oh, Uthduna was so hard. It's like the hardest arc temper. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, to me, it's one of the easiest monsters in the game, but it's really fun. I think it depends on just your play style and also what weapon you're using.
Yeah,
like some people get they get tripped up by and that's another one where I think people were too lazy to put on
A set.
the aqua whatever thing
Meyer
where the waves
Walker.
don't affect you.
I think it's called Meyer Walker.
Yeah, that was really good for that. Because
Actually,
if the waves get you tripped up, oof.
I didn't use that one because there was something about how the waves I would be in the same place, but then Uthduna would move, and if I had moved with the wave, I would be closer. So I realized that was happening more
you
and
liked
more
it.
in my attempt. So I was like, no, I'll just surf the wave all the way back to where the monster's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
anyway. So it's just like I actually kept it because I noticed that I would end up closer to him more often if I didn't have Meyer
Yeah.
Walker. So I ended up removing
But it's cool
it.
that you made a guide, and that it's actually one of the things I like the most about the AT challenge quests. That is that they're so scripted because because there's like the time challenge,
Except
right? So
when
there's
they're
a very
not.
scripted. No, I mean like they're scripted as in like if you don't stagger it at within this whatever percentage, it will go to this area, and there's a clear strat of what you can do. You can make it sleep, you can make it do that. And like there's steps that you can try. Of course, it could go off routine, but there, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
It's got like phases.
I was just
And
reminding
you don't want to
you,
skip phase 2.
you saw what happened on the stream where me and like 2 other people just go in there and like booby trap the crap out of his usual exit, and he just goes like, "Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think
I
I'm
won't
gonna
go
go
there."
that way." Then this time it just goes up the waterfall. We're like, "Well, you can't do that. That's illegal. Stop. Come back." And then
He's
we all
smart.
like after we kill him, we carve, and everybody's like running back to go pick up their traps. Like, can't leave those traps behind. Oh, but it was real funny. No, but it was cool.
But the thing is, like, how many? If there wasn't the free challenge quest, though, how many new Udras do you think you would have? That is a great fight. Like, I love the fight. The 18 new
I would
Udra
have
fight
fought.
is perfect.
I would have fought him like
But the free
a couple of times
challenge.
to do the set, and then I would fight him every now and then just for fun. But yeah, I wouldn't have fought him nearly as much as I
Like
did.
the amount of
if there wasn't.
gameplay hours we're getting out of the free
Oh, yeah.
challenge quest is crazy.
And
And
it
it's
was.
another thing that they're taking away.
What do you mean they're
Like,
taking away?
Take away.
Oh, the free
Well,
challenge
you
quest.
can take. Yeah, it's they always giving us the best content and then just taking it straight off the table. Like, sorry,
mean,
dinner
but
time's over.
the-
Get out,
But the other,
bro.
the regular new Udra
Yeah,
plays
but-
pretty much the same.
it's not the
No,
same.
I mean, not regular. The Arc Tempered
not
new
the
Udra
same.
plays the same in both quests. Is what I meant.
Yeah,
Like, he's
but
predictable.
but it's not the same.
It's not the
different.
same because
It's
you're
very
trying
different.
to hunt for the best time. Yes. Sure.
And when you're trying to get under 14 minutes, there are very specific things that you want to do and things you don't want to do, and that's
Yeah.
what makes the fight so fun.
It was so funny because like I was testing it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop him from moving out of the first area, and then it's like, oh no,
God,
if
don't do that.
Because if I do that, then a Jaricon's gonna show
goes
up
into
and,
the bowl.
and ruins everything. So it
Yeah,
was
he's
funny,
either-
like planning the whole thing. But the
he's
the
either
ideal
behind like the
script,
sleeping frog and
the ideal script for me was like, okay, you get him exhausted in first area, you trap him to get just a little bit more, abuse him in that trap, and then after that, when he leaves, you instantly run up ahead of him, and then you wait like a couple of seconds so that when you get close to him, I would have the ghillie mantle. And then it's like, okay, now you wait a couple of seconds so that he positions himself so that you can do the first sleep toad. Do not the one that's in the back, it's the one that's in the front. So you hit the sleep toad in front of him, and then you quickly run up behind him and you sneak attack him. So he kind of like inches forward, hits the sleep toad, falls asleep. Then you bomb him in the back. You put the bombs in the back. You drop the pillar. Pillar drop blows up the bombs, and there's another toad right there. That toad gets triggered, goes to sleep again, and then you
wow,
swap
that's
gun
nice.
lances, and you double wyvern fire with another bomb wake up, and after that you run and you drop another one of the pillars on him. The thing is, when I did my guide, I only knew of 2 pillars. There's actually 3. There's 3 pillars in that area that you can drop on
It's really hard
him.
to find the third one.
Yeah, but so I did the guide with like 2 pillars in mind, and then it's like shortly after that he'll move, and then if you want to get like a sub 10, that's when you're going to have to be lucky because you need both Gravios and Rathalos to show up and actually do stuff. And you need to like CC him a little bit to make sure that
I can't
he
tell you
doesn't
how many
just
times the
obliterate.
Gravius showed up and he just got his ass beat.
Every time. It's every time. The thing is, if when he moves to that area where Gravios and Rathalos show up, if he's got a wound, you're in a real good spot because like you just run up and you pop
Flinch
that
him.
wound and he's just stuck there, and Gravios is just gonna be slapping him left, right, and center, and that might be the best way. But yeah,
Have you tried a luring pod on 18 Udra? It's amazing. I've
yeah,
never seen a monster in the game react that fast.
yeah.
But the
I've
thing is,
used it.
it jumps at you so hardcore that it'll overshoot you if you're like standing underneath like the thing
Yeah,
to drop that you can't you have
you
to
have
wait
to
or put a
plan it
trap
out.
in
Yeah,
front of you.
you
It's
have to
so funny.
plan.
He's like, "You son of a bitch!" He runs at you.
But yeah, that
Angry
would be the way.
octopus.
It was actually funny because the first time that I did the free challenge quest, everything went wrong. So I had done the guide, I'd done
Yeah.
the script, and everything went wrong. So a Jarrakan arrived early because I didn't delay him, and a Jarrakan shows up anyway, stops everything. Then on top of it, some other monster triggers a trap that I had put for Arc-Tempered New
Oh
Udra,
gosh.
and then I missed the first drop, and I missed the bomb, and I was like, oh my god, literally everything is going wrong, and I still did sub 14. It was like
Wow.
1350 something. I was like, ooh, it was so
Yeah, I'll be
close.
honest. We struggled actually. We usually are we're like AT Ulduna, we did really fast on the first try, but this one we kind of struggled. I think it was just the way we play as a team, and also just the weapons because she was using light bow gun.
Yep.
I would swap in between like sword and shield or dual blades. But yeah,
Dual
we
blade,
struggled a bit, but
water
it was
dual
fun.
blades will friggin'
Oh yeah, they
shred that thing.
shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a lot of fun though. Like, there's so many times where we were like 10 seconds off because like it was limping back, and it takes like a minute to chase it back to the nest, and we're like, damn it. And then we realized that we weren't dropping more than one rock on it. I was like, wait, there's two other ones. And that's when we got the lure pods, and we were doing that, and that went really well. And yeah, we had a really good time.
It
I was like,
was
man, if you didn't have this time limit, you would just kill it, and it'd be the end, and you just farm it. It's like, oh, that's fun. But it's the time limit that makes
that the time
it's so
attack
good because you
aspect
don't
of it.
you
Yeah.
don't play so safe and everything, right?
You have to
And
take a
so
lot of
to me, it's
chances.
like, even if they offer like a really great reward if you get something on like one of the top leaderboards or whatever, why don't they just keep the damn quest, offer the lowest tier reward for those who missed it, and or just offer the rewards anyways, just not on the leaderboard, and just be like, yeah, you can, if you just bought the game and you want to experience AT Ray Dow free challenge quest, go do it, because I think the free challenges quests are much better than just fighting them regularly. I get much more gameplay out of it.
See,
I don't know. I
this
to me,
actually
it's like it's a positive and it's a negative, but it's a huge positive because it means that they have fun content, like really fun content.
this actually brings up a topic that I wanted to bring up. So real quick, do you want to talk about anything else about the festival? Like, is there any theories that you have for like the Diva songs or anything like that?
I mean, at this point they only have like one or two more Diva songs that they could
Yeah.
use. So I don't think, I think they chose the ones they chose well, and I think it hints at what they might do. My fear is that this is all foreshadowing for an expansion, and they're not actually going to fulfill any of the teases within the base game. That's my fear.
But what
So
but what are your
I'm
theories? What are your current theories on the Diva?
I think the Diva is going to resonate. I think she's going to open her eyes at some point, this or the expansion, and they're going to be glowing, and an Elder Dragon from old is going to be channeling through her. I don't know if it's going to be old Fatalis, if it's going to be Shaggy. I don't know. It might be something both, because there's something going on with the frenzy that they're not touching on, right? Like Gormagala and the whole frenzy thing are not just there just for fun, right? Like there's something that they're trying to tee up, but they're teeing it up so sloppily that I have no idea when they'll ever fulfill it. And then the whole thing about like the alien like nature of Zoshia and like that whole concept and everything is just feels unfulfilled still. Like we don't know why their creation turned on them. We don't know anything about it. So it's like, what are they teasing here? And I think my fear is that they're going to wait until the expansion, and then we'll get a thing where like Diva opens her eyes, she's resonating, we get a warning or something from some ancient power, and All Harkin shits her pants and says, "Oh my god!" And then my hope is actually that they just run with it, and I hope the next expansion is going to be, because I was thinking about it, like you can't really expand the amount of areas because the Forbidden Lands is a very specific zone, right? Like we know the breadth of it. We know that the center of all of it is Wyveria. We know that all the stuff is running there. So like it makes no sense to say, "Oh yeah, well there's an ice map on the corner." It's like that's stupid, right? So I was like, why don't we just do time travel and go back into the ancient times of Wyveria with the models are all there, the maps are out, show us what it was like back in the day, flourishing. All the 5 maps could have a 4th version, right? The ancient version of them. Think about it. Like they would be different. They would be populated with different monsters. They would have the villages of Kunafa wouldn't be there or whatever. It would be different, right? So we can reuse all the assets, get all new monsters, get our huge lore dump, and I think it would be great. I think it would flow into it really well, especially because the energy of Wyvern energy would be flowing freely back then.
How are we going to time travel? What?
Portal. They're
That
doing
solves everything.
bioengineering for God's sake.
It solves that. Just put a portal in there. We go to the past.
Yeah. They're doing. Well, the thing is they keep hyping up like what's his nuts? The kid, Nada. He's got like that charm or pendant, whatever, right? And it's supposed to be like super concentrated milk or some shit, right?
Wilk.
But like
the Wilk.
Like, and we know something's not right with the Wyvern torch or whatever the hell. And like it's not, I mean, if they're doing bioengineering at this point, I don't think it's that weird to say, yeah, we get, there's something mystical happens and we get transported into the past. It wouldn't shock me.
What if it was a paradox?
Cool.
What if it was a paradox and we're the ones who cause whatever event? It's a time loop. We're stuck in a time loop.
People are like, I don't want them to go there. No, they're already if you're going to hint it, do it, man. Like, just go for it. I wanna see what's going on with Wyveria. You can't just tease that and leave it like, well, have fun speculating. We are never, ever, ever going to talk about it. Well, the fun of speculating is knowing that one day they will reveal it, right? And at this point, I'm just like, if they don't do it in this expansion, they'll never do it. So we'll see. But that's my thoughts with the Diva. Sorry, that was a very long-winded answer, but I think she's going to be pivotal for some cinematic moment. I don't think she'll have much of a role beyond that. I mean, it makes no sense that her eyes would be glued shut this entire time unless they were going for the old Hollywood. But when she opens them, it's a moment.
She's Cyclops. Her eyes are channeling to the punch dimension.
I mean, she obviously feels like really tied to like something ancient, right? Like she does the really weird like Zoshia hand gestures where she's got like her arms up in front of her head and her elbows up and out and weird and stuff. So like they're obviously hinting at something here. If they don't deliver on anything though, then I'll be like, blue balls of the century. Like, come on, man. Seriously, do something.
But the thing that I don't have any theories for the Diva. The thing that I was going to bring up was related to the whole thing about quests going away and being temporary and FOMO and all of that. And there is a question that we must continuously ask, which is Monster Hunter a live service?
No.
Okay, good.
We have a live service one coming out soon, maybe. I don't know. Next year.
No, we have a live service one right now.
Service.
Monster Hunter Now. That's a live service.
Monster Hunter Now, yeah, that's a live service.
And Monster Hunter Outlanders is going to be a live service as well. But you still don't see the main one.
I don't buy into the idea that live service games should charge full price for the package-based game, which I know a lot of games do.
Yep.
They're both a live service and their package title. I'm not into that. That's a little too expensive for my blood. But if it's a subscription based and I'm paying with an expectation of a certain amount of content being produced every X amount of months, that's a live service game. And so they can do all the FOMO they want. They could try to keep up their DAU because they know that if you're not playing, then it's less likely you'll come back. And if you don't come back, then they won't have the money to make the content that they promised. So I get it. I play FF14, right? Like I get it.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is.
Yeah, I also agree that Monster Hunter is not a live service. It is doing certain strategies that you can consider to be live service-y. But this is something that gets brought up with the community quite often. So I was just curious to see if you feel the same way that I did. It's like, no, this is not a live service. The only way that you can see this game as a live service is if you look at it from the very first Monster Hunter. So it's like, okay, it's a live service in the fact that you had Monster Hunter 1, then Monster Hunter 2, then 3, 4, 5, and they're going to keep making new Monster Hunter games. At
Yeah.
least they should,
I mean,
because it's so
let's
friggin'
not.
successful. But yeah.
People are so used to it that they don't give the kudos where it's deserved. But most games don't come out with a crap ton of content, and it's a full game. I mean, one could argue that Wilds was a little skimpy on it, or even Base Rise, and there's an argument there that can be made.
Base
but
Rise
when you look
definitely
at when
because
you
of COVID, yes.
when you look at the yeah, but when you look at all the stuff, including all of the free updates, right? You're getting well above and beyond what you would, I think, require to justify the price tag. So
Yeah.
I feel that them doing, seasonal updates to the game for free to keep people like new players, it's a good time to jump in and try it. For old players, good time to come back. For existing players, something new to do. I think it's a smart way to keep continuous sales, right? It's a great way. And I think it's great because they used to, I mean, 3DS, we didn't have that ability, right? So they literally would just have to cook everything onto the game and keep it locked behind a
I mean,
flag
they still
for
did.
an event quest.
Yeah, they still did the event quest. So you mean to say the
Yeah,
event quests were already in the game?
everything was in the ROM. Yeah, of course.
No, because you had to download it.
You downloaded a flag that changed the 0 to a 1. You're not downloading data. It was not DLC.
I
They
thought
didn't
you
have
were
the ability to
downloading
do
the
that.
quests themselves.
No, you are
Okay.
not. Yep, they had to get that all in the cart. But that was it worked and it was fine. But we didn't have like we just had to wait for them to unlock the event quest, right? We're like, we're just waiting for the Silver Soul set, from Silver Rathalos because the event quest isn't out yet. Or you can grind and hit like, HR 150 and then you can unlock the quest and get it, whatever. So not, but like, it just wasn't, it didn't feel the same in terms of scale of new monsters or stuff that they would give you post launch. So but I mean, you could say, well, they gave you a lot more at launch. That's why. So it balances out.
I mean,
I think, especially after Iceborne, I think they go the extra mile. We got to give them credit.
I think when it comes to they give you a lot more, there's something that is also important to see where it's like, okay, yeah, but older monsters were way simpler than monsters are now. Monster behaviors, monster textures, monster animations, these are like leagues beyond. So with that quality, that also means that you have to lose a little bit out on quantity. It's just about finding a happy medium, basically, is where we're at.
Yeah, and if you're someone who doesn't want to, as they snarkily say, beta test their game, and you just want to wait and play the game a year later, you'll get all that stuff is all there. Like, it's a good time. But it's also really fun to see the game evolve as you play it. But that's where I think people confuse it with live service.
I like being on the front lines. I like experiencing the content as it's coming out.
Yeah, the new metas that are out, or
I think it's more fun.
People are focused on similar goals, which is really fun.
Omega specifically got everybody together in a way that we hadn't seen in a very long time. It was really, really good to see. Like, we were filling...
That and the 9-star quests are just traumatized.
Yeah. We were filling lobbies every day. Every single day we were filling lobbies. It was crazy. But we got to talk about some of the Festa stuff. Would be the next thing that I would bring
Festa,
up.
yes. Tell me about it. I actually didn't get to see it because it was in Paris this time, right?
I didn't see it either because it was happening while I was at the Kill Team tournament, but I saw parts of it, like the parts that were bringing in news for the game and stuff like that afterwards, which was either on Monday or Tuesday. I forget exactly when I watched it, but I did like a whole live stream of that. But basically everything was in French, which I can understand if you're speaking slowly, but like, obviously at that show they're going to be going like... But it was the thing was with the subtitles that YouTube generates and my knowledge of French, I was able to interpret everything fairly correctly.
Oh, nice.
And there was also people in chat that were French, and they were also, whenever something was said like experienced versus veteran or something like that, we would have live translation as well. So that was a really fun stream, and they did a lot of stuff at the festa. There were like mini games and all of these things. There was obviously the championship as well, which I haven't seen yet.
They even
There
had
was,
a diva, right? I saw the clip of that, which was awesome.
yeah, there was a diva singing as well. And yeah, there were all of these event stuffs, but mostly I was trying to focus on like the panels. Even though there wasn't that much new information in the panels,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they showed
They're
some
usually
interesting
fun.
lore tidbits
Like
and stuff like
I
that.
imagine
Yeah.
Fujoko, or
No,
at least Tokuda was definitely there
Fujioka
because
was
they all
not there. It was Ryozu and
okay.
Tokuda-san.
Tokuda.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're probably just doing deep dives into lore or game mechanics mostly. I
yeah.
imagine then.
Deep dives into lore and game mechanics. They actually asked Ryozu what was his favorite hammer.
That's a good question.
And so Ryozu just goes, well, usually I change based on elements and stuff, but my favorite design-wise is Rathalos. Ryozu is a simple man. He just likes himself a good little head
Yep.
on a stick. Head on a stick
That's
is
funny.
good stuff. But yeah, so there were a lot of chats, and they did reveal a couple of new things. So number one was the 9-star Rathalos. There's going to be a 9-star Rathalos, not going to be an event quest like these last ones that we've had for Blangonga and
He's not
Fulgurantinath.
gonna but don't fly away from us.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not going to be like the event quests, and we're still missing a Jarikon. A Jarikon's coming 2 weeks from now, I think. That's when he arrives.
So frustrating, man.
Yeah, I want to fight.
They
Arc
announce him.
Tempered
He's one of the
Jarikon.
monsters I'm most looking forward to. And you have a freaking festival, and he's still
He's not there.
'cause they're time
He
gating
doesn't
it.
show
I'm
up.
like, come on.
He doesn't show up to the festival. But yeah, and then we're gonna have that 9-star Rathalos, and 9-star Rathalos is going to behave different than regular Rathalos, and there was a mistranslation. So they actually understood that Rathalos was going to behave differently based on which season it was. So like
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on whether or not it's in clemency or fallow or whatever. But that was wrong. It's not like that at all. So that was a mistranslation that happened during the show.
What were they actually saying?
I mean, they
you
were.
know?
I think that the intent was that this Rathalos is going to behave differently than the other one, and then they probably mentioned something. But this Rathalos is not going to be an event quest; it's going to be in there during the different seasons, and probably the translator got those two together and just like, so this
just
one
give me the
behaves
Japanese clip, and I
differently.
can tell you. So he just said, yeah, we're going to continually add 9-star monsters, and in Title Update 4, we're going to announce here for the first time that Rathalos will get his level 9. Yeah, he said that it's going to appear in the maps, just like not as an event quest, but as a normal monster, and that means that you'll be able to create investigations. Like when he's on the map, you can have like combinations of him and other 9-star monsters. Like he didn't give an example, but I'm saying like like Gormagala, and like you got like if two of them at the same time, you can make an investigation quest for like versus 2 monsters, right? They have that, right? So that's what he's saying you can do. You can create investigations where you have like a 9-star Rathalos and
Does he
I don't know, an
mention
Arc
you
Belt.
can create investigations in different seasons? And maybe that's why
No,
I
he
got
hasn't talked about
confused.
seasons yet. Right now he's just said that in each of the maps, like just like any other monster, he'll appear, and then you'll be able to, do quests and save them as investigations, so you can get quests with him with another monster or another 9-star monster. So let me get past their long translation of that. You know what he's probably mistranslated from? He's saying Junkansuru, and he's doing this thing that looks like seasons or whatever. But he's talking about a rotating, like it's a monster that rotates in and out. But he's just talking about the basic like
Oh, okay.
system of like monsters come in and out. They're there, they're not there. They come in the evening, the morning, whatever. Like it's just a monster that rotates in and out of maps. And then he says, hang on, there's another word he said that could have tripped him up. Yeah, so he says a Seizoku suru monster, and Seizoku, maybe he just got confused and heard it as like, I don't know, Kisetsu or something, which would mean season, but Seizoku just means, a monster that inhabits areas, lives there. So yeah, he's just going to be added to the roster of monsters that can appear. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's not even, I'm looking at the translator, and his eyes are he's doing this. Like pondering over it, like, so I think he got himself confused.
Okay.
I mean, he's on stage. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
of
tough.
course. It's stressful. Yeah,
So
I get it.
yeah.
But
Okay, so yeah, I don't nothing there.
Yeah,
nothing
so-
burger. Okay.
So it's just like 9-star Rathalos getting at it. Now, me personally, I would have wanted a 9-star Guardian Rathalos.
I still don't know the difference.
What do you mean?
I'll be
Guardian
honest.
Rathalos, he's in the air more.
The only difference between him and regular Rathalos is one likes to suck on the milk and one doesn't.
No. Guardian.
They both get their asses whomped by Sword and Shield, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly. But if you had if you had to actually engage in the mechanics of the monster, you would know that like Guardian Rathalos has more surprises. He does the thing where he does like his little swoop, then he comes down. Regular Rathalos doesn't do that.
Yeah, I want to see some Flame Lord stuff come in.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see a 9-star Rathalos. But then other than that, the only thing that they talked about during the festa,
They really need to lay off the fire, though. Like, come on. Like, it's been fire monster after fire monster after fire monster, hasn't it?
no,
Like,
I mean
you
we got
needed fire resistance for
laggy.
Omega. You need fire resistance for new Udra. You're going to need fire blast resistance for your Ajarakon fight. Then you're going to have fire resistance for Gogma. Then you're going to have fire resistance for Rathalos. It's like they're doing 5 in a row.
Okay, you might be correct on that one. Maybe they do need to lay down on the fire a little bit, but
They've
yeah.
always had this problem, though. I mean, dragons, fire, come on.
I mean,
I suppose it's...
the problem
hard to
on the
avoid.
side of World, for instance, was that when it came to elements, I remember that at least in base World, Thunder was like the king of elements because you could use it against almost anything, and then you also had Ice to just delete Diablos. Ice would just delete him, especially if you had like Kiar, Strong Arm, Ice. I don't know, whatever the Ice version of the Kiar Charge Blade, because it just did so much ridiculous damage that people were like one tapping a regular Diablos. It's like dead. Poor Diablos just getting abused. But yeah, then they
please
said,
continue on. Yeah.
yeah, the only other thing that they were going to talk about during this was Gogmazios. They talked about Gogmazios. He's going to be coming back, and they explained a little bit about how that fight is going to work. So he's going to be transitioning between liquid and solid states, and his weakness is going to vary. His elemental weakness is going to vary. I forget if it was fire for when he's liquid or fire for when he's solid, but whichever
No,
one.
it's fire for when he's solid.
Yeah, I figured it
you
would
melt
be
him.
because
It was like that. It was like that in 4U as well.
So it's fire
like
for when
when
he's
he was-
solid, and then dragon for when he's liquid. So you're
I mean,
gonna
I
be
wouldn't call it solid. It's not solid. It's
dry.
he's always liquidy. But the thing is he's not enraged, and they explained it in a lore book about him. But like, he's got when he gets really like upset, the part of him that does the thermal regulation of the oil so that it doesn't burn him alive, like it gets way overheated, and then the oil just starts becoming like inflamed, and so he just starts spewing fireballs, and everything out of him is explosive. So the idea is that he's got flammable oil in him, so of course he would be weak to fire even though he uses fire, which is kind of like the cool theme of him, right? Like he's like torturing himself.
Fight
in a way.
fire with
He's
fire.
got yeah. And then, but when he goes into his crazy fire mode, like you can come at him with a 200-degree fire, ain't gonna touch him because he's like 10,000 degrees. Like boy's going overdrive. So at that point, I think it's Dragon that
Yeah.
traditionally takes over.
Yeah, but that's what they were saying. Now, a lot of people have begun theorizing, does this mean he's going to have a DPS check like Omega did, like Alatreon did? I don't know if he's going to have a DPS check or not. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I know that there's a lot of people in the community that are like, well, I don't want a DPS check. I hate DPS checks.
I don't think they would. Because, I mean, the whole fire and dragon is not new. That's just how it has been. It's just now we can actually change our weapons, which just makes it cooler because we can focus more now on exploiting that.
Yeah, but again, I don't know, because the way that Capcom's been doing the really...
Yeah, who knows, right?
You think he's going to be harder than Omega?
No.
You don't think he'll be harder than Omega? You think Omega... Because didn't Toku... I don't know if it was Toku-san who said that he wasn't...
Like you said...
he wasn't too happy about Behemoth being the hardest monster of base world. I forget who it was, but I think someone said that. I think it was either
Huh.
Tokuda-san or
Interesting.
Fujioka. But again, I'm not 100% sure. I could be
Yeah.
misquoting, but I do remember hearing something about that, which is why
Because
I'm
I think
not
the
sure if they would want to do it again.
Yeah, my thing is just I never felt that they've ever made a large monster like a spectacle hunt like mechanically hard, like really hard, right? Because I think there's limitations to just the sheer size of it, right? And what's going on. And I think that what makes Omega hard for most people, not only just the DPS check, but is just the speed. The damn thing's
Yeah.
fast and it's small. So there are very specific points that you're trying to hit within a window to calm it down, but it's constantly swapping and swipping and turning and chasing a player and doing it's just something that you don't have in Monster Hunter. So I don't know how you can top that because I think it's just a different type of difficult. It's a different design. Like, like you just don't have that with regular monsters. I mean, 9-star gore will hit you like a damn truck, but I mean, depends on what you call difficult, right? If you have a hard time
Nine
dealing
star
with,
Gore
gore,
is a fast boy.
he's got hands.
That's what he is.
Yeah, yeah. But like have you ever struggled against like a large monster? Like, I'm sure he's gonna hit really, really hard.
I mean, all the
Which I
monsters
want to
are
hear.
bigger
I
than
want to,
me.
and I do want to hear what you have to say about what he said because I did see a few tweets in Japanese talking about some of the stuff that they said about him. I actually haven't seen the interview though.
I mean, there's not much to what they said. This is what they said, that he's going to have like these two different states, and then that was
two other.
much it.
Really? Because I read there was two other really interesting
There's one
bits
more
of information.
There's one more bit of information that I don't know is necessarily related to Gogmazios, where he said, "Y'all better start farming armor spheres," and I'm just like, in this economy, armor spheres in this economy, Tokuda-san.
See what I read on the Japanese socials is very different. So I actually want to go back to that video you had and find it, so I can actually listen to it because
It's in the same
same
segment that we were looking at.
Do you want me to check it? Because let me tell you what I read, and then you tell me if it's worth the editing to go in and let me translate it. But what I read online was that he mentioned that there will be a mechanic of that fight specifically that will utilize armor spheres. So if you have which made it very much sound like they're bringing back the Devastator ammo. Like you would be able to maybe like exchange armor sphere points to craft one of those heavy. What did they call the ammo back?
I have
4G,
no idea. I never fought Gogmazios in 4G.
Okay, so back in 4G, because it sounds like they're recreating the fight, which is great. Because back in 4G, there was a facility called the Wycademy, or the Wyperium, and basically it was like a research guy who you can exchange frenzy stuff and crystals, like point materials to get special items. And he had like the really funny portable earplugs, where it's like an earplug that you drink and then it breaks after one use. It acts as a heavy grade earplugs, which is really awesome. But he also had a very special ammo that you could only have one in your inventory of. It was called like a heavy coal or something like that, and it's like one of those like huge ass like bombs, like a huge cannonball. And everyone's like, well, where can you use it? Well, you can only use it in one fight in one location, and that's during the Gogma fight. Once you get him to, I want to say somewhere around 40% health, he hits his enrage. And then because he gets so hot and he starts spewing out fire, he's then able to expand his wings because normally they're really sticky and they're filled with tar and he's dripping everywhere. But when he's really hot, they become much more flammable and liquid. So he's able to spread his wings open. He takes to the air, which is frightening because he's so huge. And he starts shooting out lasers and bombs everywhere. During that point, during the whole fight, they tell you 10 minutes until the Devastator is ready. 5 minutes until the Devastator is ready. And they have this huge, like, fucking cannon. Like, absolutely humongous. That you can ride the cart when it says, okay, it's now armed and ready to be used. One of the players in the team has to have spent the money, the points, to have that coal on them. And if they have that item, then everyone's job, the 3 hunters, is to keep Gogma busy while that player rides the track to the opposite end of the arena where there's a switch that goes and brings down the huge cannon head, and then they hit it, and a huge, we're talking like, I don't know, like 20 times the normal size of a cannonball, like huge. Like one massive, huge fireball goes, and it goes and hits the dead center of the arena. And if they're able to keep Gogma in the center of the arena and smacks him, huge explosion, and then proof of a hero starts playing for the rest of the fight. And it's like one of those like super adrenaline, like Fatalis Iceborne moments. Like it's a huge thing. You can whiff it. It's possible. But the thing is in order to even have the chance to use the Devastator, which did like 5,000 damage or something crazy back then, or even more, one of the players would have had to spend the points to trade for the item and have it in their inventory.
Was it
and
doable
every
without
hunt, you
the
would have
Devastator?
Oh yeah, totally doable. It's
Okay.
just, I mean, it ends much. It's like it shaves about 5 minutes off the hunt. Like it was a significant amount of damage, like a huge amount. And then you get the proof of the hero. You get a huge down. Everyone can go and start going crazy, whacking on him. You ground him because he's in the air during that phase, but when that knocks him out of it, like it's a pretty big deal. So everybody would generally go in there with the ammo, and you would just need to discuss saying, "I'll hit the Devastator." Even in random lobbies, you would just, it'd be very clear who's going to hit it, and then they would go and use their ammo because you only get one shot. You can't shoot it again. Like I think maybe if you like were really bad and the hunt was like 40 minutes long, maybe you can get a second shot of it. But I think it's once
usually
every
you
20
only get
minutes.
ones. Okay.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's timed. I don't think it's HP. I think it may have been timed. It was like 20 minutes or 15 minutes in the hunt or something, and it activated, and you were able to use it. But yeah, so if he's saying if that's what he actually said, that there'll be a use for armor spheres at the exchange place, and you want to save it up, it would make total sense because that is the area that Gogma is going to be invading, is the place where they make stuff and forge. That you'd be able to donate a bunch of armor spheres or whatever, like give me 100 worth of a regular armor sphere. Maybe a heavy counts as like 20. I don't know. Like, and exchange it, and you get this huge ammo that they can make that'll be available during the hunt. So, to me, it just sounded like what I read online. I didn't hear it, but it read like he was basically confirming.
We should check. We should
I
check
should-
the video to make sure that that's what
that
it
is enticing enough. Okay, so basically, he just started. Tsujimoto said, he's like, Gogma, man, he's like, it's a hard monster to do. He's like, I'm really happy that people are like really excited, like when we announced that he's coming back, but like trying to like pull that off, like a big monster that's very particular. He's like, yeah, the team worked their ass off. Like they managed to make it. It's going to be coming back in a good shape, but it's not easy. So Tokudo-san Sotari, he's saying it's been 11 years since he appeared. Tsujima says Gogma didn't think he was going to be appearing in this game either, so he's pretty. What the fuck? He's like, look, Gogma is like a really huge monster, but has a real wide variety of attacks, which makes him tricky, right? He's not simple. He's complex. He's like, if you fight Skogma before in the past and you've beaten him, then you can probably already know what I'm talking about. But there's going to be a system in place that you can prepare for now to help you when he comes out. And they're going to translate that and go into it. But so he's saying, if you think you know what it is, you know what it is. Like, which is the Devastator, I'm sure.
the
but
Devastator thing.
Okay, first thing he's mentioning here is what we were just talking about. And it's interesting. He actually sounds like he's going to be less liquidy this time at the very start, because he does use the verbiage of, he'll be more harder, like slimy hard. And then, in his hardened start, when he starts out, you'll want to hit him with a fire weapon, because fire will gradually heat him up so that it can turn into a liquid, like a liquid oil. So that's how the fight develops over time. So he's saying, make sure you prepare a fire weapon so that that'll be really advantageous early in the fight. And then once he's liquidy, then dragon element will get through. So you'll want to have both a fire and a dragon weapon. Let's see if he continues on. So he hasn't mentioned armor spheres yet, but he says, back in 4G, if you remember, there was a lot of different armaments and gimmicks in the arena that you were able to use to fight against Gogma. And we're going to have sort of like a a new evolved take on that. So you'll have something similar, but new and fresh and great that you can do against him. So he's basically saying they're bringing back the Devastator type of mechanic. But he hasn't mentioned armor spheres yet, so hang on. Oh, that's interesting. So he says they're not at a point where they're able to talk about the mechanic yet, but he says, Gogma hits fucking hard. Like, he's really powerful. So he's like, we'll have a gimmick or a mechanic that you can utilize to help you. Let me hear it one more time. Yeah, so he's using the word shikake, which means like a mechanic, like an actual like device or something that you can use, whether it's a trap or something. But I don't know why he's relating it to Gogma's attack power, because it's not talking about his health or anything. He's saying he has his attack power is like off the charts. So like we have an actual gimmick during the fight that will utilize armor spheres. So like,
he specifically says that there's a gimmick in the fight that uses armor spheres.
He says shikumi, which it would not be. That's really weird because he's talking about attack power. Not in the Devastator had nothing to do with attack power. It didn't make him weaker, unless they're coming up with a thing where you can use armor spheres to craft a new type of cannonball that when you hit him it lowers his attack power. That could be.
But he said armor spheres in that phrase because he finishes up by telling you that you should collect more armor spheres. Has he said that yet?
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, he says as far as the game system is concerned, we don't have the final specs that we can really talk about at this point, but armor spheres, you should stock up on them. It will. He's like, well, because like Gogma is his attack power is super high. We've got an incredibly we've got a gimmick or a device that will really be effective that you can utilize during the hunt.
See, because my thing is,
it sounds like they're good. Sorry, yeah. So it sounds like, so he finished. So he said Yoroi Dama, which is the armor spheres, and he says that it's shikake, which is like a trap or a gimmick or something on the field that you would trigger. It's not shikumi, like he said shikake, which is like literally like like setting up a detonator or something, right? Like a physical thing, and then it would be used and it would somehow relate to the idea of lowering. Maybe he didn't say lowering, but he said Gogma hits really hard, and so his attack power is something that you're going to have to deal with, and that this device or this mechanic that they have thought up that will utilize armor spheres is something that will help you get across that. So I kind of, my gist I'm getting from this is that he's doing something like the Devastator cannon, but it's probably going to lower his attack power for some, like maybe it cools him down. I don't know. Like maybe when he's like super hot, he's just way too powerful.
What if it buffs the hunters instead?
See, that's the thing. The way he worded it doesn't sound like, okay, like, well, we have, unless you put it in and it gives you like a bath of like super anti-oil.
That's what I'm thinking.
It could be,
Imagine you use up the armor spheres, and for that moment, like your armor gets super sand up. Like your armor becomes possible. Way more powerful because of the fact that you're sacrificing armor spheres. But it sounds like it'll be a device, though, not a mechanic. It sounds like a consumable. Like you'll use them as consumable items. You'll use it during
in some
the
fashion.
Fight.
Yeah, that's
because I was wondering
exactly what he says.
I was wondering if he was saying something like, get armor spheres
you're gonna need to buff up your defense.
Because armor is going to increase and you're going to have to upgrade your armor. But that's absolutely not it. Not even a chance.
This is a compelling. They're going to have a mechanic that uses armor spheres as consumable items, to do something to help deal with the attack power of Gogma, which is off the charts.
That is insane.
That's super cool.
The simple fact that he says using armor spheres as a consumable.
Well, he doesn't say the word consumable. What I'm saying, he says use armor spheres, so stock up on them, and he says they have a device or a mechanic or gimmick that utilizes them that's where I'm saying in English we need a verb for that. Like you could say they use armor spheres, but he's not saying, oh, have them and they'll come in handy. No, it's very obvious from the way he's saying it that they are used as items to do something,
Jesus,
to interact with this mechanic.
I'm so scared.
Wow. I
there's
wonder. I'm
enough.
kind of curious. Like, I hope they're just regular armor spheres. They're not like heavy or whatever ones. Let me continue on, see if he says anything else.
Oh my god.
This is cool. I wish I would have watched this event. I didn't realize he was this direct about it. That sounds very cool. That's awesome. Well, that's even better because I was actually, the way I read it on the Japanese Twitter was basically that, oh, you're going to use armor spheres to get that special dense Markle ammo, and then you're going to use that to have the big cannon. You're going to hit them, and okay, that's cool. But no, this sounds much cooler. This sounds like it's going to be an integral mechanic to the fight, like as a way to deal with his insane power.
It's
you're
just,
going to be using armor spheres for stuff. That's cool.
I feel like that is kind of like, at least from my experience in Monster Hunter, we've never had to give up something so valuable, especially if there's still a possibility for you failing the fight. Because like you reach that point, and you're like, you put a bunch of armor spheres in, and then it's like you fail the hunt and you lose those. It's like, what do you mean? There's like 20 hours of grind in here.
Well, I will say that he just used the generic term armor sphere. There are different, armor spheres, heavy armor spheres, whatever. Yeah. He used just the base word. I don't know if that meant to mean them in general or if he's just talking about the lower rank one, but he used Yoroidama, which is just armor sphere. It didn't, I don't think they would make it so that you'd have to have the high level ones. So that sounds like that would be too cruel.
So now I have a problem.
And it doesn't seem like, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be required because he says it's something that'll be very effective that you can take advantage of. So it's something that you want to interact with, but the way he worded it, it makes it very clear that this is not like a necessary.
It's not mandatory.
Like you can't. I don't have armor spheres. I can't beat Gogma. It's not like that.
I can't go fight Gogma. Then bring armor spheres. Rip bozo.
There's going to be. It just means that if you've prepared, then there's going to.
You're going to have an easier time.
Yeah. It'll help you out quite a bit. So you'll be able to prepare 2 weapons is going to help out a lot. It sounds like they'll probably push this harder than Omega because Omega was more like Omega had a weakness. And
I told you it's gonna be harder.
Like Omega, because Omega and the Spider, right? The Spider was only for a small, quick phase. You didn't necessarily need to bring a fire. It helped for sure for the DPS, but you didn't need to. But this is like the same monster with 2 very distinct weaknesses. So I'm guessing that you really do want to have a fire weapon for phase 1, and you really want to have a dragon weapon for phase 2 or whatever it's going to be.
See, if you played a proper
because fire ain't going to hurt him when he's like in fire phase. Like he wields fire. Like your weapon will do shit. So that's kind of cool. They'll be encouraging us, and of course Zoshia is dragon element, which is perfect. So
if you played a proper weapon, you would always have fire damage. Because
the fire will help.
That's fire.
Yeah, because fire will help melt him. So yeah, dual blades are gonna be eating good again. I think the insect glaive is gonna be cooking because the Omega one is a fire element insect glaive. It's super powerful.
Oh yeah, because it's got the AOE crit thing. Whatever.
It's gonna be so good. And Gogma's gonna be huge. So like, insect glaive really whooped his ass back in 4G. So like. This has me more excited, actually. I really thought that they were just bringing back the Devastator bomb. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But no, this sounds like they actually have a new idea, and that's why they're not willing to talk about it, because they're probably still finalizing details, and they also want to not ruin all their talking points for whenever they do their direct before Title Update 4 comes out. But that's cool.
Do you think Gogma is going to be a siege, kind of like Safi?
No, I don't think so. For the fact that I feel that the way that they handle lobbies is just very different, especially with the lobby sizes. I don't think you can plan it. I think World was just the right, even that was a little tricky, but it was the right balance of like, how many players do you have here? How many instances do you have of the fight going on? Like 2,
but maybe the
3
power,
at the same time,
scales
but like
in a way where depending on the number of players, they could kind of like calculate that.
I don't know where I'm getting my gut feeling. My gut feeling says no, but
Because my gut
we'll
feeling
see.
says yes. I think Gogmazios is absolutely going to be some
A
type of
siege?
Safi Jiva type encounter.
Huh. Do you think the
People were
weapon would also be like they would have an actual like mechanic behind its weapon drops
no,
that you would want to farm him, or do you think it would just be
no.
standard?
I
Like,
think I think the mechanic is going to be for Ardian weapons
okay.
because they said they
So
want
do you
to
think
keep
it'll be more?
Ardian weapons updated so that they respect the time
Yeah.
that players made into getting their good Ardian rolls. They've said this in the past that they're like, we're going to be updating these weapons. And since they haven't done it up until this point, because up until this point, Ardian weapons have remained unchanged with the exception of the gun lance, which was changed to have slightly strong shelling on all of the Ardian weapons, which it didn't have. But other than that, I think that Ardians have remained largely unchanged. And for Title Update 4, they're probably going to be updating them because my prediction is going to be that Gogmazios weapons are going to be stronger than Ardian weapons. Very much in the same way that, like, Lagi's weapon is stronger, or a majority of weapons, it's stronger than its Ardian counterpart.
Yeah. Well, my prediction is that Gogma is not going to be sleep element. It's going to be blast this time. Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, we've got a very open slot for a strong blast weapon for the end game that's not being used. You got the idea that it's not like it is back in For You where like he's been dormant for God knows how long. He's come up and he wants to eat, and then you're going to face off against him right in the town. And they admitted, and I put this in my video. They admitted later that the sleep element actually had nothing to do with Kog'Maw. It's just that the game designer said we don't have any sleep weapons for the end game. Can we please just make it sleep? And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? And then Fujioka came up with the idea. He's like, okay, well, if there hasn't been any sightings of him, maybe it's because he's killed everybody he's encountered, or maybe he just feeds, destroys the city, and then just for centuries he sleeps. That would explain why
And
there's
that's
not a lot of
why
info
it's
on him.
sleep.
He's like,
Yeah.
so yeah, slumbering. Okay, this works. And then so they made it work. But he's not inertly about sleep element. I mean, he's an explosive dragon, for God's sake, right? He doesn't put you to sleep. So I could see them saying this is like the true Gogma awakened. And this is him in the middle of a freaking volcano. He's yeah,
He's
he's
going
gonna
to
be
be
like a
like
nuclear
Blast, most likely.
core melting. Yeah, which I wonder if they're gonna keep the same design for the weapons or if they would just recolor them or something. I don't know. His weapons are so cool.
I know you made a video on that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so hyped for Gogma. Oh my gosh. And what sucks is I'm going to be I have family stuff for the holidays this year. And
You're
so
going to the
if they
States?
drop if they yeah, I do plan to go to the States. Um so if they drop him when I think they're gonna drop him, I might not be able to fight him for like weeks. It's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna suck so bad. I
I
don't
hope
know how
that they
long
don't
it'll be,
drop him
but
right on Christmas because I'm doing family stuff on Christmas
I
as
mean,
well.
the theory running now is that the 9 star Ajarikhan will be departing. I think you said on December 16th,
Yes.
which makes it sound like that's a perfect time for them
That
to
would
do
be
a
the.
recycle swap. And so, and of course, Japanese developers don't want to up like if FF14 just announced they're delaying Savage this time. By 3 weeks because they got a lot of crap last time for releasing the tier right before the holidays, and people are like, "Dude, I need that time for family." So they're delaying the Savage, but for 3 weeks before the next patch after the next
Savage
patch drop.
Raiders in shambles right now. They're like, family? Who needs family?
I
I
know,
need
right? They're
raids.
like they're like, "Dude, that's the only time I can take off work. What are you talking about?" Right? So
Yeah.
it's like it's
It's
so that's
rough.
funny, but they don't want to do it because like the servers and everything over the holidays is really hard to manage, especially with people taking time off. So I could see Capcom saying, "Yeah, December 16th is perfect. You'd have it out for a whole week." Because Japan doesn't go on holiday until like the 28th. We don't get Christmas off here or anything.
Yeah, you
It's
guys
not a
just have
holiday here.
KFC,
People
you told
celebrate it,
me.
but yeah,
You told me that you
pretty
guys
much,
just
yeah.
have. It's so weird, like that a culture's like, "What's your Christmas meal?" KFC. It's like, oh, okay, that's
I
strange.
mean, you're talking about a country that decided the confectionery stores decided we want to sell chocolate, a lot of chocolate. And they said Valentine's Day is great for selling chocolate in the West. Why can't we have two holidays that are like this? Let's split it up. Valentine's Day will be where the girls give boys chocolate, And then White Day, a month later, will be when men reciprocate and
White
give the
Day.
girls chocolate. Yeah, so in Japan, there's two. There's Valentine's Day and White Day. Valentine's Day is not the men to the ladies like it is in the West. It's the ladies to the men. And then boys give girls chocolates
Does it have to
one
be
month
white
later.
chocolate because it's White Day, or is it
No,
any
no, no.
chocolate? Okay.
Yeah, any chocolate. And it's literally a holiday that was invented to sell chocolate. Like it's not even a myth. Like it's
Based.
and it works. And
At
it
least
works.
I'll tell you what. At least they're being
Why
truthful.
is it
They're
the
like,
other way
we
around?"
just made this
Yeah.
to sell you shit. That's what it's for.
But the thing is, I find it so weird that they made it so that the girls give the boys the chocolates first. It's very Japanese if you think about it, but it's like, really?
I don't know how that
mean,
would
the
be
West
Japanese.
Valentine's
Should
is
be the
all-
other way around. The boys give the girls chocolate first, and then the girls reciprocate by giving
No.
them chocolate.
Old school Japan is like, the girls serve the men, right? I don't like it, but
That's
that's like
weird. Yeah.
old school crap. But yeah, I think it's weird because like girls like in companies and here in Japan, like at large companies, what'll happen is the girls in the office will pitch together like like $5 each, and they'll buy like assortments of chocolates, and they'll go and hand them to each of the males in the office, or the men. Sorry, male's a weird term. And then a month later, the men will do the opposite for the girls. Now, one good thing is that the hubris of men makes it
it's
that you want
supposed
to
to be-
one up the girls. You want to one up them, right? So you want to do something that was a little bit grander. Although I'll say in most companies that I've seen or heard, usually the girls outdo the boys when it
Yeah.
comes to
Women are better at that
like-
type of stuff.
Well,
Absolutely,
the thing is,
100%.
not to sound like I'm generalizing, but it is a thing here that there's always somebody at the office who makes like kick-ass homemade chocolate and stuff like that and decorates them. And like never seems to be like the guy who does that for the girls. I don't know why. But so like I always feel really bad because like in the office, like the girls always like give out the most delicious like treats and stuff on Valentine's, and the men are always like, we just think, well, I got money. Like
exactly.
I'll give 20.
I got money. I'll
$20.
buy some real good chocolate.
Yeah, they're like, I'll pitch in 30. I don't care. And they're like, oh, what do we want to do? And I think at my past company that I worked at, I think what we actually went on was let's one up the girls, and we ordered a chocolate fondue, like one of those fountain thingies,
Yeah.
and had them like do that with like strawberries and shit. But yeah, it's funny, but that's Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see Gogma coming. December 16th feels like a really good day or period to drop him. But man, if I'm not going to be around to do, I mean, I'll probably not sleep. I'll probably like play 20 hours in the first 2 days. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but I won't be able to join the long discourse, like all the strategy videos and all that. I think we're going to have stuff like Elatrion. I think it's going to be hard. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be harder than Omega, because I think, again, difficulty is subjective. And I think more people are going to struggle with the difficulty that Omega offers that would struggle than with something that Gogma may offer. But I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to like, nah, man, we're going all the way. Especially if he's blast weapon, make him work for it.
My theory is it's going to be a raid. I think it's going to be a raid, kind of something.
But do you think they would do a
Safi.
raid? The thing that makes me feel weird about it being a raid, though, is that it seems very clear that they want to design it so that there's the progression between hard to liquid within a hunt. So you want to prepare 2 weapons for that singular hunt. If there's a siege, wouldn't one of the hunts be more primarily one phase and one of the hunts be primarily the other? That would kind of defeat that purpose and conflict it. Because it makes it sound like they want to utilize the swapping.
It might. It's probably going to involve part breaking, because like they've gotten really excited about breaking parts and stuff. So it's like, oh, this group was able to break this group, because Gogma's supposed to be huge, right? You said it yourself. He's like a massive monster. Then like, how are
very big.
Only 4 monsters going to tackle this massive creature? Especially when you already have.
I mean, the only way we
sieges
did it
from
in
the past.
4U is we had Dragonator, we had this Devastator cannon, we had binders to lock him into the ground. We had the Dragonator we can knock off of his back and stab him with it, which is the ancient first generation Dragonator. We had
But he doesn't have one of those in his back now. He has something different.
Yeah, we had the ballistas. We had the cannonballs and it wasn't even a single cannonball. They had to make it so that you could do like when you load it, it loads 3 at a time. So you load up 9, and then you go dun, and it hits them 9 times in the face.
I mean, we have
he was a big
roaming
boy.
ballista
We have
for
like
that now.
we ain't got jack crap. So I think, yeah, the thing in his back looks like it's some ancient type of like. I know people hate the term railgun, but I mean it's kind of like what people are calling it even in Japan. So I imagine that's something that will break and then we'll activate it and it'll go and zap his ass.
We'll see.
Maybe he hits us so hard he knocks us into the past. That's the portal. He knocks us into the ancient period of Wyveria for the expansion.
Knock you back to your ancestors, boy. Slap you so hard. He's going to slap you so hard, knock you back into your ancestors.
I mean, think of it. He's one of the largest monsters, and he uses the Gogmazios skeleton. And he can fly at that incredible size. It's going to be crazy. All the other monsters are just fat and they just walk and you hit them and then every time they
what
might
is
try
this
to swipe
body shaming
off,
going on right now? All these are the monsters. They're just fat. Just fat.
I'm probably channeling my I wouldn't even call it body dysmorphia. I am overweight. I am obese. So I would say I'm channeling my inner anger at my own physique
at the other monsters. Y'all are fat.
Zora Magdaros?
Go exercise, Zora Magdaros, you fat bastard.
All you can do is swat me away like a fly. The Dogman, man, he's skinny, he's agile.
We'll see. We'll see what that pans
wait.
out. But I'm super excited for whatever Gogma is going to have in store. And I'm also excited for the 9-star Rathalos because I want more 9-star monsters. I like those a lot.
Yeah. Please, Capcom, if you're listening for some reason that you're actually putting up with all this random banter, please convince the team to not rotate the 9 stars. Keep them as event quests. Don't take them away. God,
or actually, I don't even want them in events. I want them just be on the map. I want that 9-star Kongalala.
Let's give them low-hanging fruit. Let's just say, okay, fine, you didn't get the balance and
not Kongalala,
test them
blind
against,
Gonga.
I don't care. Just keep them in the game in some form, please.
Although a 9-star Kongalala.
Oh, that'd be cool. You know, I'm still waiting for my
the most
9-star
vicious farts imaginable.
Still waiting for my Chemistries, man. Oh my god, Kongalala. What would a 5-star strength, 9-star difficulty Kongalala fart be?
In Dark Souls, there's like a spell that breaks armor, takes away its durability. Can you imagine Kongalala fart though? It's strip armor. It doesn't just give you defense down; it actually breaks your stuff.
What if it zaps all your stamina? You know how low your stamina bar can go if you don't have like a hot drink and you just linger around for 10 minutes and it's like a little sliver you can't even evade once. What if he knocks all your stamina out of you with his super fart and you have to, if you didn't bring a well done steak, you're screwed. Or you can kill the small little congas around him and then carve them for raw meat and then cook it. And you can do it, but you got to have meat. And that's where the speed eating will be really good.
Yeah.
The speed eater will be king for that hunt, right? Oh man, that'd be great. Super Kongalala farts.
It's like George Carlin said. That's a fart that could end the marriage.
Oh, what if they repurpose the Omega HP down debuff, and so he farts on you, and you get 3 stacks of that, and you gotta evade in water to wash it off 3 times, so your maximum HP goes down. Oh man.
There's so many fun mechanics that could be done for a 9-star.
What if he farts? He farts and he goes, and out pops a wood from his butthole. And then he just gets up, wipes away the poop and goes, and then runs off.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Sorry for disgusting stuff.
Stories 3. Just
oh my god, we haven't even started talking about that yet.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about Stories 3. So it is confirmed that you do get the Rathalos at the start. I don't know if that had been confirmed already or not. You do get a Rathalos, but he doesn't fly. He doesn't fly.
They said
he
would fly.
he glides.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Glide. So
So there's a
we talked about
difference
that last
between
time.
flying
Yes.
and gliding. And so it would seem that like the things there was more gameplay that was shown at the fest that I didn't see. I just saw like one of the panels. It was actually really funny. So in this panel, this is the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. Okay. So here's what happens. So there's like a tall table, right? Where all the developers are. So there's like there's two translators, and then there's Ryozu and Tokura-san. They're on this tall table to the right. And then there's like a small seat in the middle. And at the start, I didn't even realize why that seat was there. But you just see like Jono walking in, and he sits on the middle, and then everybody else is on the right. And he's just there alone. And I'm just like, why did they make my man Jono sit at the kids' table? What the hell's going on? It's because Jono is going to do the playthrough portion of it, because they're going to have like an actual gameplay section. But while they're talking, it's just like
in person, but he's really tall, right?
He's huge. He's massive.
He's a big guy.
But yeah, it was funny.
We call him his immenseness.
Immenseness. Yeah, he's like one of the tallest people I know. But like the thing was, it made sense once you realized that he was going to play the game. But until you realized that there was going to be like a gameplay portion of that, I'm just like looking at, why do they have Jono there just like sitting down? Like he's just there. Poor guy's not even saying anything. He's just
that is
there.
Funny.
I just thought it was funny because like the grown-ups are speaking over here, and then we put the kids. It was weird. But yeah, they had like a presentation, and then Jono was playing the game. They're also mentioned during that presentation there's going to be bigger areas. They talked about there's going to be plenty of traversal things, which we already know. I'm hoping that the traversal is more fun. Because like, sure, traversal was fine in stories too, but I think there needs to be more, I don't know, more of something to the traversal.
Yeah, well, in all the Japanese interviews, they've really focused on that. They said, story-wise, they're not doing the kiddie stuff. They're not explaining stuff. They're like, we're over all that. Now it's time for something more mature. Get straight to it. We don't have to exposition our way through. Finally, it's established.
I'm going to learn all the deep, dark secrets of the guild. Finally, this is the one. This is the one.
And then, and they said, like the battle system is it's refined, and there's some new elements. But they said there's only so much you can do to it. They're like, it's really good. Like we did our final tunes, but they're like, the one area we could really do something is traversal. They're like, that's where monsters really shine. So they're emphasizing that a lot in their interviews. So I think you're safe in your assumptions.
Yeah, they're probably doing some shenanigans with traversal. The other thing that they've also shown is, they've shown gameplay. One of the new things that they have is it's basically what it reminds me of is the Persona 4 all-out attack, which is like, oh, the monster's down. Quick, everybody gang up on him. And everyone just goes and just like beats the crap out of the monster. Everybody gets an attack. But it's called Synchro Rush or whatever it was.
Yeah, Synchro Rush.
Yeah. But there's that. They also showed Breath of the Wild style marking. So kind of like Elden Ring had those things where you would have the I don't know if you remember, you'd have like these binoculars.
Oh, you drop something on a map and
No. It's like, so there are these binocs that are in the ground. So you actually have to go to the place, and then there'll be binocs there. And then if you do that, then you can do Breath of the Wild style marking, where you put like pillars of light to things that you want to go find in the world. Like they did this for, there's a chest over here, and they're like, bloom.
Oh, you talking about like Zelda with the watchtowers? Like you unlock the map, so to say?
No. Because like when you go to Zelda, you can just pull up the tablet, right, in Breath of the Wild, and then you'd be like, oh, I want to mark here and mark there, and then it makes these pillars of light. But this one is like you look at it, and then you mark, and then there's a pillar of light. So it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, but that's going to be something that you'll be able to do. And naturally, you've seen the trailers, right?
Yep.
The new trailers. You've seen all those characters. Coolest looking character.
The old man. What's funny is I know him by I don't know his English name.
It's me.
But his Japanese name is so good.
What's the Japanese name?
Oppa.
Oppa. So in English it's Ogden.
Which is actually kind of funny because like I think if like a little kid when he says booby like he wants to suck a tit, you'd say oppa, oppai, oppa, oppa. It sounds like his name is Titty, which is great.
Oh, but no, his name is
Oppa.
Ogden, and he has a hat like mine. And it's exactly
awesome.
like mine. It's so cool. And he's like the coolest looking character. And
He's got like let's fucking party energy. I love it.
yeah.
And his yeah.
I was just like, man, if Capcom had made him have a gun lance and a Basel Goose, it would just literally be me. It would just be me.
Hey, we don't know. We don't haven't played the game. Maybe he rides a Basil, but he gets his ass blown off it or something.
So,
God damn it.
one of the characters that a lot of people have been drawn to is Korra. And I was just wondering,
Really?
what's the Japanese name for Korra's Gravios?
Or are you talking about?
Korra's
yeah,
the blue-haired lady.
Quito. Yeah, so.
Because I want to tell you the English.
I
want to tell you the English name of Korra's Gravios. It's gonna blow your mind.
Oh, I know what it is. I saw you,
know,
having a blast about this one.
Okay, so
but the thing is, like the names are really dorkishly dumb in Japanese as well. They always have been.
I just thought it was so funny that her name is Gravy the Gravio.
I think what they meant was it was supposed to be Gravy, but it's like
Gravy
it's spelled the same as Gravy.
No, it's Gravy the Gravios. There's no turning back now.
Yeah, because its name in Japanese is Gunya, which is actually not even close to his name, Gurabimosu.
Okay.
Gunya is almost. I don't even know. It almost sounds like a cat at that point. Gunya.
What is it? Is it also called Wrath of the Rathalos?
Hang on a second. Let me go through. I'm on the website now. So let's see. So you got, it's actually really boring this time for the main character. It's just Leus. They don't even give it a nickname.
Leus?
Yeah, like Leo Deus. It's like calling it a Los.
Oh,
I guess that's where they
okay.
got Ratha.
Okay.
But Deus is such a common abbreviation for Rathalos
And
that
then
it doesn't feel like
Eleanor's-
a nickname.
Eleanor Zanjanath is Angie the Anjanath.
Eleanor, I know she's engineered for it. I know that's what they're aiming for, but she a cutie.
Of
I
course.
like her. Elena
Eleanor.
has her she has her Anjanath called Aisha,
Aisha?
which is funny.
Okay.
So Aisha is like, like the otaku have like those almost sounds like it's like her otaku card that she's decorated with all the stickers and stuff of her favorite character. It's funny. Like when you say like you have like a man has like or lady or a person has like a luxury car that they drive, like you say that's my Aisha. It means love and car, like it's my baby. So
Will you
it's
be
almost
my
like it's her
Nama?
baby. Oh God. Could you? Would you be my Nama? So Shimon, I don't know his name in English.
Yeah, Simon.
The Legiana. So Shimon uses Legiana, which is called Fon.
It's called
in
Fawn in
Japanese?
here as well. Fawn.
Okay. Then Tio.
Tia has
don't know if that's a boy or
Kagachi
girl.
the Kadachi.
Is that a girl?
It
Or
is a
boy?
girl. Tia.
Girl. Okay. She has Kagachin in Japanese.
Kagachi the
For
Toby
Kagachi,
Kadachi.
but she calls it Kagachin, and it sounds like a little kid named it. It
Okay,
does sound like
Kagachin.
an
Dude,
elementary kid.
if you
named
see her I forget what the name is called when you
Poogie?
have the sync attack with your Palico, the double whatever. Her attack with Kagachi is hilarious. So Kagachi goes
really?
really fast, and then he goes so fast that at a certain point they just zoom in on the saddle. It has no rider. She's falling down. And she lands on top of him. And I was just telling
That's
everybody in chat, it's like, listen, if you're over 40 and you try to pull that move, that's a broken tailbone right there. Like just straight up, your tailbone gone in shambles.
I think Tio's going to be a fan favorite. I mean, aren't you tasked as a protagonist, like, of teaching them how to be a ranger at the very beginning of the game?
That's the tutorial of the game, is you're teaching
That's
her
awesome.
because your character is more experienced. Then you have Gaul, who has
and he has a
Legia.
Legiana called Legin, which sounds so stupid.
Legia the Legiana.
I mean, these are just. I don't know why they carried this naming convention over, but I guess they just wanted it to feel like. I think maybe because people name their cats and stuff really stupid names that they wanted
Yeah.
like it to feel like that. I guess.
So
Then we got Oppa. He's got
Ogden's
the Puke
Monstie is
Puke. He calls him Chiro.
Cheeto?
Chiro.
Okay, so
It's really
it's
cute.
called
I like that.
it's called Chirpy.
Chirpy.
Chirp.
Chiro. I love the image they have on the website of him like getting like completely like tongued by like, he looks like he's about to fall off. I love him.
He has Master Roshi energy, which
God,
most
I
people
love
might
his
not
energy.
even realize, yeah.
He looks so fun.
But
He's like
yeah,
the crazy inventor guy that you would get in like a Ghibli movie or something. I love it.
then you have Korra with Gravy, the Gravios, which was called
Quito with Gunya.
Then
oh my God. Amara, who looks like she's straight out of Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Amara definitely looks like she's straight out of Fire Emblem.
She looked like
she doesn't have
meme.
a Monstie.
Yeah, she is the Monstie.
Yeah.
Then we have Arukan. He doesn't have a Monstie because he's a loser.
I don't think any of these people have Monsties with the
Fido's a
exception
loser.
of the last one.
Vaughn is a big bearded loser because he doesn't.
No, he has a glorious beard, but unfortunately he's a Wyverian, so he's an elf, so he's got the knife ears to go with it, which kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Can't all be perfect.
What does it say on the English site? Did they mention about that?
What?
Like, what does the English say for his description?
For the big Wyverian, he's called Vandura.
Yeah, Vandura. Yeah.
Ever since the Covenant was
description?
formed after the Civil War, he, a Wyverian, and his Magnamalo Warden Fang have guarded the gate at the Meridian. Seeing the protagonists in their sky-scale Rathalos, he is reminded of Amara from 10 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's the same then.
Okay.
Okay. And then we've
And
got
then,
Wild Girl, Ko, and
Call
her
and the Canine Ward. Oh, it's just called Canine Ward. They haven't given him a name. Poor guy.
Yeah, it's like a protective god. It's just called a protective deity.
I think he's supposed to be
Garuku.
the last one, I think. I think he's the last one of the Palamutes.
Kill him.
Jesus.
Given to what do they call it?
sadistic.
The intrusive thought. You can be the killer of a whole species. Do it. I'm joking. But I mean, cat supremacy. Come on.
Yeah, but basically, I'm super hyped for this, but then there's a problem.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Well, there's two problems for you.
Okay. Well, what
One
are
problem
the
for
two
me,
problems?
two for you. Your problem is you don't like it when they show stuff in trailers.
Yes. That okay, so there are definitely two problems for me. They showed
You forgot
way
about that.
too much. What just way too much. The fact that they revealed Yamatsukami.
They showed about they revealed about like 2 seconds too much, 4
Dude,
seconds too much.
Why would they show Yamatsukami? That's such a spoiler, bro. It's so weird. It's so weird. It pisses me off so much. But,
Look at game sales, man. I don't like it either, but,
but
you
it's just
cannot
like,
deny the fact that
imagine-
in an oversaturated market, 80% of your sales is on day 1.
Yes.
They've
but like,
got to get people hyped.
imagine what it's like. You know, you have people getting excited about this in a trailer. Sure, there's some, oh my God, it's Yamatsukami. Oh my God, it's crazy. And he's feral because he's got like the crystals. Oh my God, that's insane. But then imagine what it would be like for them to actually reveal that in the game for the first time.
So
You
I
just
got a
go
counter
there,
argument
and all
to
of a
that.
sudden, just like Yamatsukami shows up out of the, you're like, holy crap, what the hell, dude? That's crazy.
I have a counter argument to that.
Okay.
A counterpoint. The amount of people playing the game, if he just popped up out of nowhere, that would not just be like, oh, that's a cool octopus, versus people who said, oh my God, it's Yamatsukami. That's going to be like 5% of players, if that.
You mean 5%
Maybe
of players
5.
are gonna say it's Yamatsukami?
Are going to know what it is. Most people won't. Most people will not know what that monster is. They'll be like, oh, that's cool. It's like an octopus. Now, how many more people would have a better experience if they knew, oh no, this is actually a monster with a history. and then they can look it up, and then they get excited and go, "Oh, it's not just an octopus. This is an actual monster. Like, holy shit!" I
No.
honestly think that when considering the overall people who are going to play the game, for the fans who know the monster, of course it's going to be better for us to be surprised in the game. But you're also then gypping a huge majority of players who would just not understand the significance in front of them if they didn't get the hype beforehand. So I'm
selfish. I don't care
not
about
with you on
those
this.
players.
I care a lot about them. So I'm actually, yeah, I don't agree.
I'm just gonna be selfish. I'll be like, no, I want to be surprised in the video game. I don't care if you don't know who that is. I want to be surprised in the video game.
But the thing is, I do agree with you. I think people who know it, that would have been the best way. But I think for people who don't know what it is, I think the way they did it was the right way. So no right answer.
It almost makes me wish I wasn't
are you
a
in
content creator.
camp spoiler or camp protect the vets?
It makes me wish I wasn't a content creator, because I would just be like, oh, Stories 3's coming out? Good. I'm never going to look at any trailer ever again. And when the game comes out, I'll buy it. Boom, done. Over. That's all I care about. That'd be the way that I'd go about it. But yeah, there's also going to be bonus skins if you happen to own save files of the other two games on the platform that you're playing. So like if you own Stories 2,
some skins.
You get like the costumes of Stories 2. If you played Stories 1, you get the costumes of Stories 1, so on and so forth. But then the real big problem, the real big issue.
The Gammoth in the room?
The what? The Gammoth in the room? Yeah.
I've been waiting a good year to use that pun again. To address the Gammoth in the room.
It is that there
Deluxe
is a deluxe edition that includes extra story. And I'm not against them monetizing like cosmetics and stuff, if that's a thing you want to do. Like there's already a bunch of cosmetics that you can get with the deluxe edition as well. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. But like them cutting out a story I think is really bad. And on top of it, I think it is really bad specifically because of whose story it is. It is the story of your Palico. So your Palico has a backstory, and if you don't spring for the deluxe edition, you don't get to play it.
The thing is, I'm with you 100%. What irritates me more than anything is that we're arguing over it like we should, and they should know when people are unhappy. But the thing is, we don't actually know what it is. We know that they're calling it a side story.
And they have mentioned that side stories include like extra weapons and other things for the companions.
They mentioned on the website that side stories in general, as you progress, will unlock new weapons, abilities, perhaps monsters, things for that character, like the awakened level, whatever you want to call it. Like it will change them as a character. If that is the only thing we have to go off of, like, I mean, maybe that is what it is. But I mean, it's like I just wish we knew, right? But yeah, I agree. Like it's a main character. Don't take, and we know that the character is linked to Navidu. How is he pronounced in English?
Rudy. No,
Navidu. What's his English name?
I don't know. We just call him Navidu. It's Navidu. It's the same name.
Yeah, so he's a descendant of Navidu. So we can assume that. Yeah, they've confirmed it. And he's also the same voice actor in English, which I love. Mao does both Navidu and Rudy. But they have confirmed that he is a descendant. Like this is in the future. Like Navi would be dead by now. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But so the fact that they're talking about Rudy being a central main character, the fact that they talk about a relationship between him and Navi, which is a fan favorite, and the fact that they're saying it's a side story, which they love to tout is a huge, major component of the game. And you can only get it if you spend an additional 20% of the pricing tag. 20 euros. 20 pounds.
That's 20 euros.
2,000 yen or $20.
Oh, yeah, it is 20 euros because 70 and 90 is the break-off point. Yeah.
People on British pounds, Jesus Christ, rip, man. That's like $30 for you.
Yeah. It's and the thing is You were making the argument like, what if this was at a later date? And for starters, the quest is later. It's not
Yeah,
it's included with the deluxe, but it's not in the game.
Even for
So
almost a
it's-
year from now. It's next fall.
It's
It's
six. I
gonna-
think it's
they're-
6 months after release or something like that. Around
No, it
that
says
time.
autumn.
Okay, so
It says fall. So I guess I'd be half a year later. But I mean,
Yeah.
from the time of them announcing it, though, it's almost a year away from now. So which is telling us that they haven't started work on it, or at least that's what they want us to think. But that also begs the question: well, if the game ain't coming out for 5 months, and this is just a side story, why don't you just make it for the game?
yeah, it's
Oh, but we didn't have enough. We didn't feel that the cosmetic items were enough to get people to buy the deluxe edition, and we really want you to buy the deluxe edition. So we're gonna try to force you to. We're gonna try to convince you to spend the extra
Here's-
20%.
here's where I'm
That's
at.
a lot.
Yeah, here's where I'm at when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's like I'm objected on it, but like basically as a default, because like I don't like them gating story away from people. I don't think that makes any sense. I particularly don't like it because it is the story of what is likely going to be one of the main characters, because it's your Palico has a connection directly to the king, which
Well,
is
he
the
is the main
father of your
character,
character. So he's a major character to begin with. So it's going to be a character you're going to want to know the backstory of this character. I just learned he's also connected to Naviru, which I didn't even know. So he's also
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the
connected to
side
another
story
major
is
character
about his
in
backstory. We
stories.
just know it's a side story.
Yeah. But,
We don't
but
actually
like,
know what.
so it's like he's a very important character. Let's just put it like that. And then on top of it, it's like, okay, if you want to do something like this,
I mean,
where
you
want
can
to
just
do,
say it's like a side story for Pikachu in a Pokemon game, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, maybe yeah,
Or your
because
start- or
because
your
the main
starter
character
Pokemon,
because the
right?
main character
Your
is
starting
Ash. Because the main character is Ash. So yes, this would
So
be a
whoever
side
you
story
choose
for
as your
Pikachu.
starter
Exactly.
Pokemon, their side story would only be part of the deluxe edition if you spent the extra 20 bones.
Yeah. But like the point that I would make is it would be like, okay, so if this is something that they were going to do, I would actually be okay with it if it was a different character, like a character that's not in the roster right now. So they're like, oh, we're adding a new
Yumlana
character to the
DLC,
game.
baby.
Who?
Make it happen. Minato or Yumlana?
Manale.
What?
Manale. You don't know who Manale
Agree to
is?
disagree. Agree to disagree.
Okay, it's fine. Whatever. So,
Yep,
you know,
we have
but
our way.
a new character, right? And they would come with a new zone and all of that, and then you could be like, okay, so here's this DLC we're going to be launching a little bit later. There's a whole new zone, like maybe one new monster.
Yeah, you're
and one new
talking
character.
expansion. Something
I mean,
significant.
not a major expansion, but like I said, just one
An
new
expansion.
zone, one new character, and one new
new
monster or
monsters.
something like that. I'm talking about a small expansion scope. Like I'm talking about something in the size
Yeah,
of like
you're talking about an actual
Remnant
DLC.
Remnant 2.
I mean, they're not even calling this a DLC. That's how egregious it is. Well, what you're saying is like if it was a proper DLC, then sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Small-
it's just
small or
it's just a
large.
side story
This is
for Rudy.
this is not even. They don't even call it a DLC.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
say it's additional
It's
content.
weird. It's really really weird. It's very disappointing
Yeah.
that they went down that route because
Well,
they have
it
such
sounds
a
like they just felt that people wouldn't buy the deluxe edition for
Like-
because the cosmetics are hugely discounted. Like the pricing, I don't think is available on foreign sites outside of Japan, but we have the pricing info in Japan for all this stuff on Nintendo Store already. So the hair stuff that you get, the 6 hairs, they sell individually for 150 yen. So that's $1 a piece, or $1.20 or whatever they sold it back. It's the same pricing that they use for stories too. The 5 costumes that you get for Rudy, each costume sells for 300 yen. So that's 250 USDs, or 199, however they're pricing it. The costumes that you're getting for the 5 characters, those are premium. Those are 350 yen each. So all these cosmetics combined is 4,000 yen if you were to buy them all individually. That's half the price of the game. It's $30 US, 35 euros. That's a lot of money.
yeah, but it's
They're-
like
they are discounting it 75% off for the price of 1,000 yen.
yeah, but it's like listen to me when it comes to
But they didn't feel that was enough.
when it comes to cosmetics. I just look at it kind of like, yeah, you can say they're worth whatever you want them to say they're worth. You can just you can just throw a
Yeah,
number. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, this cosmetic's worth $50. Why? Because I fucking said so. That's why. So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
so to me,
Well, I think that's
like
too
all of those
expensive anyways,
prices,
yeah.
they mean nothing.
Mean
Right?
nothing. Yeah,
To
I
me,
agree.
it's more.
But what I'm
It's
saying is,
more
I'm
just like I care about the
why
story.
would they?
I care about the story. It's Monster Hunter Stories, and that's a side story,
Yeah.
and it's going to be taken away from people that can't afford to buy the deluxe version. I think
Well,
it's
what it
too much.
sucks also is they haven't said, "Oh, we'll have some free updates where we add some new monsters." They haven't even said anything like that,
I
and
mean,
they're
they
already
likely
coming out the
will.
gate saying, "I know," but like they're coming out the gate saying, "Yeah, there's like a side story that you really would want to have, and yeah, it's gonna be paid
No, but it's
and it's
like
gonna be gated."
I think
I think
we
that's just crummy.
absolutely as a community need to push back on it. It's just like
Oh yeah,
there's also a lot of people that are saying like, oh, we got to boycott the game. It's like, well, I wouldn't go that far
no,
because I'm still gonna play the game. Like at the end of the day,
it's
I'm
gonna
still
be a
gonna play
bomber
the game.
game.
Yeah.
Just don't like if don't blame people who do buy it because I don't think that they're the problem. Some people really love to just enjoy a full game, everything that's there. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put the blame on. I think infighting is the
It's
stupidest
like
thing.
the problem
They would
is
sell this shit even if no one, only if like the amount of people they think are going to buy this is probably so damn low because it doesn't cost so much money at all to make this stuff. If you
it's
think
just
about it, right?
the thing that bothers me is that you have the dev team and they work on this game and you can tell that they've put
They
like
don't
their,
want to do that.
they put like their hearts and souls into this
Yeah, they
100%.
want
Because like
everybody to have
you
it.
look at the polish on those cutscenes, you look at the everything that they're doing with the game, it just looks phenomenal. And then some random suit somewhere in a marketing department just goes like, that's a real nice story you have over there for that palico, dude. What if we chop that up and sell it separately?
Okay, I'm
And
going
then
to pose a really
and then
nasty,
the developer
but
and then
a
the developer
weird-
just kind of like vomits in his mouth a little bit, and he's just like, you disgusting slime ball of a human being, get the hell out of my office. But then the guy just manages to push it through anyways. But yeah, that's usually the way
What
that I
if that
see
was?
it.
What would you do if we found out it was Dozo pushing them to do that? I asked the crazy heavy questions. We'll never find out, of course, but I mean,
Don't do
it's
this
bizarre.
to me.
It's bizarre.
Don't put that
they did
image in my
cosmetic
head,
DLC.
Gaijin. I don't want to believe this.
Well, the thing is, you don't know. And
Yeah, we
his
don't know.
family runs Capcom.
They do run
It's a
Capcom,
family
yeah.
business. So everybody in that family is responsible for their operation
I
decisions.
choose not
this
to believe
included.
that until evidence is presented before me. Innocent until proven guilty.
But yeah, I did the math out. I was just trying to figure out, like, because I think Microsoft has a rule that anything included in a deluxe bundle has to be purchasable individually after the release of a game, like a
Microsoft
pre-order
has that
bonus or
rule?
whatever. Yeah. They're like one of the
So
one of the
likely you'll
nice
be able to buy you'll be able to buy
non-anti-consumer
the
things.
thing later.
They don't
is
have
what
it on the
you're saying.
website, and they don't have a price for it, which I think is, actually think is shady. Like the fact that you're asking people
Yeah.
that much money for a deluxe kit and you're not willing to disclose the price, because the thing is like, what if you just want to pay for the Rudy stuff?
Yeah,
Let's
you
just
want
put
you just want
aside the
Rudy
argument.
story. Yeah.
Put aside the fact that it's crummy that they're doing it. Let's just say, fine. You know what? They want $5 for this. It's going to be 1 hour's worth of content, and it's going to come with this. One, they should tell you what it has. If they're asking you to buy it, they should tell you what it is, not just it's a side story. Tell me what it has. You're asking me to pay money for it, for damn sake. Then they should tell us the actual value and say, hey, I want you to feel like, FOMO, that you want to get the deluxe kit, $20. Maybe you don't give a shit about all this cosmetic DLC. A lot of people don't. And it's like, okay, I don't care. I just want to buy the side story then. How much is it? I can't make an educated decision as a player unless I have that information. Not that I would want to buy. I won't buy the DLC for Rudy on principle this time. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
If I get a code for it, I'll ask them. No, give me. I would want a review code for standard edition, or I just wouldn't use that version of the game. I don't want to support the idea of. I don't like this either. Although I will say, for the people who say I'm a hypocrite, I do buy and support side stories for other games. It's not one size fits all. It depends on the genre, depends on the publisher.
Depends on the price.
For
Because
example, I
this is a $70
I play
game.
Atelier
Let's not
games.
forget. This
Atelier
is a
games
70
have side
bones game.
stories and stuff, but there's also a super niche game that only sells like 30,000 copies. It's not what this is,
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an expensive game to boot, worth every penny, I'm sure. But like, yeah, it's a. I
It's
just
just
want
like
them to actually. How can you sell something without telling people what it actually is? I don't know. I don't like that.
yeah, I
And
don't
then the
like
fact that they're
the
selling it
practice that.
is bad messaging. And yeah, I don't think we should support it. But if you do, and you get the deluxe kit, or you get birthday money, hey, give me the deluxe edition, or what? Like, I'm not gonna, hating on each other is the wrong answer here, because I
Yeah.
think the majority of people could still not buy this, and they're still going to make money on the deluxe kit, even if only 1% of people buy it. And you're never going to get everybody in, oh, everybody in the world should stand together and not buy this deluxe set to send a message that they should just release it. That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
And they
trust me,
don't have to sell much
I
of
have
this.
experience with that when it comes to Blizzard and World of Warcraft. They would be doing like the stuff we're talking about right here. This little side story for Rudy,
Yeah.
on the scale of the type of shit that Blizzard has done. Like, this isn't even a blip in the radar. Okay, this isn't even like a small little droplet of water. Okay, Blizzard has done the shadiest things you can possibly imagine when it comes to monetization. And guess what people did? They bought it all. They bought it all in the millions, okay? In the millions, they bought it all. They bought it all. They eat the slop, straight up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So,
but I'll just say, like, they'll make money on this, even
yeah.
if a minuscule amount of people bought it, not even a lot, just a minuscule. So I don't think it'll send a message to them. I think what's going to send a message is, I don't even know if anything gets through to them, to be honest. It's kind of sad for me to say this, but like, their tone on Wilds and PC has been disappointing, to say the least.
Yeah.
Like, they say, oh yeah, we'll do our first wave of improvements this December, or like,
No, that's not the first one.
Why
It's
don't
the
you
second one.
Yeah, I was like, why don't you just come out and like be more blunt about it and be like, yeah, it sucks on some people's machines and we're working on it. It's going to take time. But it's like I think they're just avoiding
It's corporate
a bad
speak.
PR thing, but the
Yeah.
thing is, they're getting bad PR as a result of it, and that's good, because I think bad PR, you would think, would be the only way to get through to them, right? Like, whether it's mixed reviews or just not,
Mixed.
I don't know, different forms,
We're
right?
long far past mixed
Yeah.
at this point.
But the thing is, like, someone buying it or not buying it is not going to make a difference. I think just vocally,
You know
support the
what
game, but don't
listen,
support this
you know
practice
what
is
would
the
make
best
a
way to do it.
difference? If nobody bought it.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
If not
You
if
can't do
not
that.
a single person bought it, that would make a difference. But
No, you'll never get that
not
to happen.
happening.
And if only
Oh,
if
no.
only 100 people bought it, you know what they would do? They would say, "Okay, let's charge more next time.
yeah, let's
They'll
charge
make
more
sure
next
our
time.
margins are good."
Well, we need to milk those 100 people a little bit harder.
yeah.
No, but that's
Whales,
100%
yeah.
correct. That's literally what happens. That is
Yeah.
like I said, I have experience with Blizzard. That's literally what happens. It'll just make it more expensive next time if not enough people buy it. Yep. Which
Yep.
is why
more
we
people
need
buy
to
it, the cheaper they'll make
really,
it. So they say, "Oh, it'll
really
make
push,
it even bigger."
We need to
sales.
push back on it, make our voices heard. Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
I've
So
said
I think at this point,
every,
it's not about how
on
much
every
it is. It could be
video-
100 yen. It wouldn't matter.
on every video that I've made about it, I've said the same thing. I'm like, I'm super excited for it. I still think the Rudy thing is really, really stupid, and it's bad PR that they don't. And you want to know what the worst part is? Like, they'll make money on it, but it is not enough to compensate for the amount of money that they're losing.
Yeah,
because
in
like
goodwill.
I've had
It's
tons of
what do they call
people.
it? A brand withdrawal. They call that
Yeah.
in the industry.
Yeah,
You're cashing out people's loyalty.
I've had a ton of people tell me that, like, this was literally the difference between them buying it day one and waiting for a deep discount. This was literally the difference. It was like, no, this Rudy shit is shady. No, it's bad. I'm not buying it now. That's what a lot of people said, and I agree. Yeah, it's really bad. But, It is what it is.
I can't wait for the game. I think it's gonna be great. But I think even if they charged $1 for it, it's just the way that,
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's
5 months
50
before it
cents,
comes
doesn't matter.
out, something
Yeah.
small, important to a major character, trying to lock that behind some, DLC pack it doesn't feel right for what. Like, I agree with you. It's very contextually sensitive. It's very, like, it's not. No, I will never accept any DLC anytime. F you. Okay, you may as well just get out of gaming, bro, because at that point you're never going to be satisfied. You're going to be living in a hell.
Unfortunately, yeah, the industry has gotten to that point. We're never going to get to a part where games are coming out. I mean, I say we're never gonna get there. There are some games that are coming out like that. Like Expedition 33 just came out complete. I don't know if the deluxe edition had like the soundtrack or something, but that might have been it. If anything, because there was nothing else. Yeah, so there are some games that are still doing it. But yeah.
Well, didn't they say they're developing an additional thing for it next year, and it's going to be free?
I have no idea.
I
I
thought
haven't been keeping up with it.
I guess when they announced that
haven't-
they
I
actually are
haven't
making a
finished the game
DLC
yet.
for it,
I haven't
and it's
finished
free. I'm like, what the fuck? But that's a rare case. But yeah, I mean, like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's very contextually sensitive, so I don't think you can just broad stroke and be like, oh, it's a slippery slope. You can't say it's a slippery slope decades after the war is over. You know what I mean? Like, this is the state of things. It's not like, well, if we give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They've already taken the mile. That's what we're bitching about here.
Gaming
so, like,
industry has
that.
already taken the mile yet.
So
now it just
this
feels
point,
like it's
I think
Capcom being like, well,
if you're
it's,
gonna
it's
sell
our turn to
something,
get some of that moolah.
yeah, if you're gonna sell something, it's what you sell and how you sell it that matters. And for the context of this, yeah, not liking it. I want to only say good things about this game. I'm not a shill. I just really love stories. I think it's awesome franchise.
It is an awesome
And it's
franchise.
going to suck if someone feels they want to wait to purchase this or not purchase it is such a loss in my opinion, because it's going to be so good that it pains me to see them make such a stupid mistake on this one. So yeah, I hope they feel the burn of people's criticism, and I hope they rethink about how they do things when it comes to this, because I mean, I'll just say, like, I guess you can call me toxically positive, but I mean, if they were going to blunder and make a goodwill F up like this, I'm happy they're only doing it with a side story in a spin-off game. I know that sounds really cheesy of me to say, but it's true. Like, imagine if their first major blunder when it comes to non-cosmetic DLC is in Monster Hunter 7. And it's like, you know, well, we have a 15th weapon type if you want to pay for it. It's $20.
Oof.
Can you imagine that? The magnetic spike is going to be
crazy.
$20. The Tom Fuzz will be $20, or you can get the season pass for $30.
Oh my
And
God.
we'll release them afterwards. We're not developing it. This is content we're developing and tuning after the game. This is what it could have been.
A
So
season
let it
pass
be
in
happy.
Monster Hunter. Just put my head through a
Jesus
wall, please.
Christ. Yeah, I wouldn't go for it either.
Disgusting. But
Speaking of monetization stuff, actually, very random thing, but I saw on the Twitters, as the old people say, I saw the
on that their Twitters.
I saw the Outlanders apparently did a post to the Chinese community telling them that they're going to do their first closed test in China for Monster Hunter Outlanders starting November 14th. And they said that they'll be sending out invites and to people around November 6th, which is like today. Thing is, I think they're probably going to do a closed beta in China first before they do the West. I know that they had a sign up for the West. I think from an operations standpoint, it would be smart to do that, because you want to test your network infrastructure and all that stuff first on home turf.
I get a feeling.
And then,
I get a feeling they're not going to let me do the test because they had like a question there. Do you play any mobile games? And I was just like,
this could be your first one, though.
no, I don't.
This could be your first one.
I almost wanted to put in there, and I'm not playing this crap on my phone either. I'm using Google Play or something to emulate it on PC. I am playing nothing on my phone.
Yeah, I hope they'll come out with a PC version, but then again, it not being Capcom published, I don't know what type of weird agreements they may have forced them into, saying, yes, you can do this game, but we don't want it on PC because we don't want it to get in the way of our sphere of stuff and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe they'll be cool and they'll allow it. I don't know.
We'll see.
But who knows? We'll see what happens there. But if anything leaks out of like the beta, I hope not, because I do think that players need to adhere to NDAs. Like when they're in a closed beta, you're not supposed to talk about a game.
Makes sense.
But people do. So if it's about operation, like hints about where it might be going, I would be interested to talk about it. But beyond that, we'll just wait and see for them to do an open beta.
Is, I just want to know the business model. I need to know.
Yeah, I don't think we'll know that
thing.
yet.
Yeah.
I don't think you wouldn't even know the business model until after an open beta, because they won't announce that kind of stuff, and they're not going to do like a paid closed beta. No one does that. So like there won't be monetization. So they'll
Have
get
I ever
people.
told you? Have I ever told you about Blizzard?
Oh God.
They absolutely do paid closed betas.
Everything you
Absolutely.
tell me about that company, man, makes me like, I'm so glad I don't get into their games. Jesus
You
Christ.
should be glad you never got into their games because they used to be really good. They used to be the
Oh,
best.
then that
They
would
were
be even
they
more
were the
painful.
listen, they were the
Chosen one.
PC darling. Like when it came to PC
Oh,
gaming, they were the gold standard. They were the best. So bad. But yeah.
what's next? Expedition 34 is going to be $150 plus season pass, and Mael
Nah,
DLC will be in
I don't
the.
believe that will happen.
I'm joking. No, they're not going to do
Yeah.
that. But yeah, Yamatsukami though, I'm happy that Yamatsukami doesn't appear to be like the big boss of the game. Thank God.
No, it's gonna be just
I
something that
want.
shows up.
I really
midway.
want them to bring back the
Altura
final form. Altura is so cool. Like bring it
is.
back. Give us some armor. Like I don't care who you have to shelf to make it happen. Hell,
Let's
I would be okay with them shelving even Yumlana if it means that we can have Altura.
and let's
I
make
would
sure
take it.
that we actually get to fight the final boss more than once this time, even if
Yes,
it's not
please.
Altura, and actually
Yes,
get his armor.
please.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and we don't
And
want
also,
Vitalis in the game anymore.
and also,
We're cool.
can the protagonist do the final hit on the final boss? If that's not asking for much,
I'm apt to talk
Kyle-
OP, man.
Kyle gets the final shot on
Nah.
Altura. Actually,
I do like the fact though that, and I will say here, as my closing thought, that in terms of gameplay, I love how the director talks about it because he sounds like he knows what works and what doesn't, right?
yeah,
And so they were talking like on stage when I was there about like, okay, well, in the past game it was kind of like rock paper scissors, and like you kind of like once you knew the monster, then you could just own them. And he's like, yeah, that's like the point. He's like, that's the fun thing, and people were
yeah.
having fun doing that. And he's like, so now we're just going to add in more options and variety of ways that you can own a monster and do different cool things. He's like, knowing the monsters and playing to that is like that's the fun.
I
He's
mean,
like, when you start
it's so
pounding
funny.
and you start negating them in a row, like that combo that you're doing, that feels good. He's like, that's not something I want to change. I'm like,
It's
that he's got it.
It's almost like people think that's a bad thing. That's pretty much almost every game. You figure out the pattern, and then you figure out what you got to do to beat the
Yeah.
pattern. That's how it
And
goes.
if it's only one,
just like
and there's only one way to beat the pattern, that's boring. So they're gonna spice it up. That's cool.
it's like Omega is like that, and Arc Tempered
Yes.
Udra. Like I Arc Tempered Udra is the one that's more fresh in my mind. But it's like the script. I figured out his pattern. It's like, okay, so once he leaves here, he's gonna go to a place where I can trigger a frog. Then after I trigger the frog, I can bomb wake him with a rock drop, and then
I
can
never
bomb
thought of
wake him
doing it
again.
until you mentioned that. I never thought about that order. What we always did was when he goes to the second area, we drop the rock on him, and the rock will trigger the frog.
Yeah.
So it knocks him, and it puts him to sleep. I never thought about putting him to sleep first and then dropping and having that handle the bombs, because the bombs are really a pain in the ass to deal with depending on your weapon. That's smart.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like you figure out the pattern, and then it becomes easier. It's like a raid in MMOs, same thing.
Yeah.
And even though I say a raid, a lot of people in Monster Hunter are like, well, I don't like raiding in MMOs. I want my monsters to be like yeah, but even in Monster Hunter, you figure out the pattern to a monster, and then you beat that pattern, and it's kind of like the same thing in stories. You
Find
figure
the
out,
opening,
okay,
exploit.
so this monster does 2 speeds, 1 power. Okay, now you do whatever. I think it would be 2 techniques and 1 speed, and there you go. That's how you
Yeah,
beat
when
it.
they're pissed, they have a tendency to do that, and when they're really
And then
pissed,
when
they do an attack that
when
you
they're in
can't
range,
counter.
they'll do something different. They'll do like maybe 3 powers, 2 speeds, 1 technical, and now you have to figure
Yeah.
out. Okay, so.
But I like what they did. Like they spiced it up. You have like now there's parts that you would normally attack, but you can't because they're glowing crystals and they would counter you. And then you got points where you're like, well, what if I get those close to being destroyed? And then when he enrages, I knock him out of it. Like there's a lot of fun punching bag stuff
Strategy.
you can do, and I think it's the same director and the same team that's been doing it since the first game, which I'm very happy about, because like games these days, man, they change directors like way too often, and so it's nice seeing the team being able to bring their concept to completion, so to say. because they're like, yeah, this is the complete. We feel now that we've nailed, like, this is what we wanted to make. Like we got it all in here. So it sounds like if they're going to make a fourth one, it would be something. It would have to be a radically different idea because they feel like, oh yeah, we've seen this thing through the end and it feels really good. You're gonna love it. So I love the confidence, and so I want to see them succeed.
We'll see how that pans out. But
Yips.
for now, that's going to be it for this edition.
It's a long podcast.
It's a long one. It's a beefy one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of the Third Fleet podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong. Stay safe.
Happy hunting.